But yeah,
Motherfucking Mishka, bro. Fucking made my computer overheat, bro.
yeah, literally in the middle of the whole
Fucking-
interview, like we were like 3 hours in, and bro's PC overheated and lost the footage of of his angle of
Yeah,
the interview.
recording
Damn.
4A. I
Yeah,
know.
so
You
we
got
had
hybrid
to-
MP4 on.
Bruh, I don't know. Is it more space?
Well, it's like if your computer shuts off, like it's not gonna fucking lose all the, data and shit.
Hybrid MP4? Okay, I'll figure it out.
yeah.
Also, my hand might tweak, but
Yep.
it's not my fault, I promise. It's only my fault the whole lot. Actually, I'll grab my other controller. Fuck you guys. Alright, whatever.
Oh well, I always think that
I love Valve hardware. I love Valve
Valve hardware
I
is
love
the
Valve
best.
hardware. I love Valve hardware. I
Yeah.
love
Gaben is
Valve
listening.
hardware.
Gabe is listening in. You know,
love Valve hardware. He's on his boat. He's not hearing shit. Fuck that guy.
Well,
he's on his yacht.
you all good now? You all good though?
Real. Yeah, I'm all good, bro.
Yeah. All right. Cool. But yeah, I mean, shit. Normally we always have banter like this all the time in our interviews and everything, you know.
Yep.
But I really appreciate you
All
coming
right.
down and talking to us. You know, for a long time we haven't heard from you in a minute, like a long time. Like it's
I know, bro. It's really been a minute. It's really been a minute.
Yeah, like
Life,
you know, I know. I mean, so like, how was like, what was it like with the hiatus? Like, did you do anything special with the hiatus? You just like, what was going?
I mean, a lot of it was just like really me trying to like improve my craft about music and shit like that, and a lot of it like just trying to meet people, stuff like that, and trying to get back in the game. You feel me? Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it's like I have not the best confidence in my music, so like I'm always trying to improve my stuff, and it's really that type of stuff. That's why I took the hiatus.
Because you heard
Understandable.
feedback from other people about your quality of work. Is that essentially why?
I mean, you kind of like somewhat, but no, to me, like I noticed my stuff was, not the best. Like I wouldn't say not the best, but like to me, I feel like I could do better in what I do. So try to improve every day.
Fair. Very, very, very good artist mentality right there. Always thinking, you can strive for better, and I think you can really do it.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Of course. You've been around this game for so long, like longer than really anybody in this scene and stuff like that. And I feel like with the current scene now, they kind of forget that you were like one of the true OGs of this scene. Like, how do you feel with now, like people with like how people are in the scene now and claiming that, who like the people have like, I feel like this way.
Are you the blueprint?
Yeah, are you the blueprint? I was gonna say, yeah. Are you the blueprint?
I mean, maybe I would have. A lot of I think a lot of new people, like a lot of the new people, there's a big range of like skill now, especially with the scene being somewhat I would say saturated away with all the people trying to join up. And I feel like a lot of the new people aren't like, I mean, I wouldn't want to say not as skillful, but like definitely a lot of people, kind of need to take a look at the music like I have and try and really improve themselves. But I'd say they're cool people. They're definitely all like cool people and stuff like that. But yeah, and all the new people obviously inspired by us, inspired by what we do. So I can't fault them for that. Like it's doing their thing. But I'd say in terms of like the blueprint shit, like on some real shit here, like I'd say the blueprint was like a lot of what we contributed to the scene initially, like back in like 2023 when I met like Amelia Band and stuff like that. We definitely did all of our parts to make this thing like even somewhat possible. Like, cause I remember this dude at like 100 followers, this girl like 100 followers, but like that scene like all the come ups and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw Remy Bands at 100 followers? Is that right?
Yeah, I met bro like when Buddy started pretty much.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, did they started off posting like a whole bunch of like AI artwork, right? Of Remelia, whatever, from Toho.
Yeah, that was kind of her like main shtick, like at the beginning, like posting all the AI stuff, and that really took off of what she was doing there. But yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And what were you doing on Instagram at the time? Because I know you've gone through at least a couple of accounts at this point.
Yep. My thing, I think, was I was kind of really want like a meme page. Like, if you scroll all the way back in my post, they're like, rap TV parody things. That was kind of what when I went up. Like, that's kind of what I like started off on. That I met some other people, and it kind of took off from there a little bit. But kind of realized it wasn't really helping what I was doing in terms of music because I wasn't like doing stuff correctly in terms of that. So that's why I kind of like stopped doing it mainly. But met some cool people during that period.
Why do you say it wasn't correct?
Well, like a lot of what you're supposed to do when you're running like a meme page for music, and this is advice for the people out there too. You kind of have to like actually interweave your music, like you see Mimo, FRL doing, and the people who do like the weird like corner memes and stuff like that. They actually put the music on and stuff like that. Even like the weird people like that guy who does like the metal trap, like I like the cuss like I was raised at a bar. Like even that guy, he puts his fucking music on his memes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So now that's kind of what I missed out on there doing my shit.
It's fair. I mean, live and learn. Not like you can't still do it.
No, it's I could totally still do it again, but
yeah. And I feel like with that kind of like segue with the inspiration, you feel like do you feel like any of the newer artists that come in through the scene now, do you feel like there's a couple that or anyone that that are like, yeah, like this artist understands this side, like like I would say, like who would you or you normally like would co-sign in like this scene right now at this very state right now?
There's a couple of good, like I said, I feel like, because there's a lot of good people among like all the sea of people who are coming. I feel like there's a lot of good people. Like my list, I would say like Merusaga, Glock Doomy, Solo Yami, all them people. I love Yerks, Neme Mula, and the goat, Jane Countendo, right? Yeah, those people are like really good. I would definitely fuck with them.
These are all people high on my list. I mean, shit.
Yeah, for real. Me too. Me too.
Gotta have it.
And
I forgot to ask. Is there anything we can talk about today? Let me know.
If I having like a question, let's say like next or some shit.
All right, I got you.
Yeah, we're totally.
All right, what are you saying?
I was gonna say, like, you mentioned like the artists that you mentioned really have like a huge diversity of like style of sound and stuff like that. What's like a sound that you are like looking for, but like someone hasn't really done yet? You know what I mean? Like, what's kind of like that subgenre of either rap or any kind of genre in general?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it by tomorrow.
And I know Wick. I know you like the subgenre, the fucking like ridiculous 808 music, bro. That's not happening as much in our scene, bro. I'm gonna start doing it. Like no one's doing it right now.
The two slimy Johns. Oh
yeah, exactly.
Man.
Yep. That could happen.
No one's doing it, bro.
Yeah,
you could get Solayami to do it if you asked them enough. I almost promise. But they're not a rapper.
And people always like say I'm so ridiculous for listening to this music, but I'm gonna stand by the music until I die. Bro, it's such a good subgenre of rap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like you're a big fan of like Wild Card Uno too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, same kind of idea there.
Fucking awesome.
I heard a little bit of the new Perk 40 album, but not fully.
Yeah, I need to listen to that. I need to listen to that.
The Osama-san song, all right, the first one, it got me sold because I'm not a big Lil O fan or whatever, all right, but like that one, like when he isn't like this,
you gotta go back to that sound.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like when it's not distorted as fuck and he's got his like his OG kind of sound, I'm all for it. It's all good to me. It's
pretty cool.
I'm gonna bump that in my car tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, with most of the now underground, I feel like there's only a matter of time before like, everything's just good. Every kind of like new sounds just gonna be touched by like the anime girl sound. You know what I mean? There's just kind of like I just feel like there will come a time we'll have anime girl country, and pretty soon we'll have anime like. I would dread the day to see. I mean, if they were doing it the right way.
Keeps doing her shit. Maybe I don't know.
It could happen.
Yeah. It could happen.
Jelly roll collab.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly roll.
Hey, listen. Anything can happen in the business. You know what I mean? Are you still in contact with
Jelly roll? Boom.
Yeah. Are you still in contact with a lot of people in the scene already? Like, given the hiatus and not being around so much. You know what I mean? as far as like dropping music?
Oh yeah,
stuff?
I talk to people in Gensoku all the time. Seven Ekai, Fraxinus, I talk to them a lot. It's not like I've drifted apart from these people. It's just like, I'm kind of like a lot of very, very distant from stuff like me being like an airhead and shit like that. I'm kind of like, sometimes kind of like, depersonalized from a lot of the stuff sometimes with the big word for Osaka. But, yeah, I'm just kind of like away from it a lot. And, it's not that I probably should be better at it, but like talking my piece more. But, fuck it. Like, hit me up, guys, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm bad at messaging people first. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
Me too.
I'm always around for
Exactly.
you and for anyone else. Like if you need to talk to me about shit, let me know. I'll be here.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and I always think that because like with the hiatus I was just thinking of like, man, like soccer hasn't been around. I hope that they're gonna come back and with more music. And then that one time when you came back and you released that song where you were just like coming up like this on the street, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on like when making that song and then making and then with that video too as well? Like what brought the idea of that kind of like presentation?
Yeah, that no help shit. I was kind of feeling down during that period. I had my stuff deactivated during that week, but that was mainly me feeling down. But like I felt like I had no help, bruh. And then I realized, wait, I do have help. I'm gonna start hitting up my people. So that's where that song kind of came from. Like started too fast, but I knew I couldn't deal. Like that was me being like, shit, I probably should, take a step back and realize what, make my stuff better.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked your stuff.
I did too.
No private shit if you can help it.
Yeah. And like when the reception of how everybody was when that video came out, like everybody was just like, oh my god, welcome back. Like this is crazy. Like this song isn't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you like with this kind of with that? Are you gonna try to do something similar to what you're doing with this kind of thing? I know you've been dropping new music with right now, and like is there like a new project that you're thinking about bringing back in the scene? Like, are you gonna have like talking about EP album?
Yeah.
Like, what are we looking at here?
I think that's some new stuff to work on. It's just really like the beat selection. I gotta make that right because I know like the Kuriyashi EP I dropped before, like that was kind of like I had a theme about that, and that was something I had there. But I'm kind of like when I drop like real stuff, I'm kind of just like okay, like I had this kind of mentality throughout this whole thing. I'm like I don't really want to look at like my stats or kind of like be like like nervous of my stats and shit like that because I'm like whatever like. Yeah, like a number fiend, exactly. Because I'm like, it's whatever. The video blows up, it's whatever. And, I'm just kind of doing my shit because I like it. But at the same time, I didn't even know, like when Aktiveight, I didn't even know that people were, like, talking about it like that. I knew, like, a lot of people, like, in the comments and shit like that. But I don't know. I didn't realize, like, the reach.
Yeah, a lot of people were
I tried to look at that much, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. That shit'll cook your brain.
It does, dude. Man, yeah, there's a lot of commentary nowadays within our scene that there was back in the days when it was just like you or Amelia just like kind of like doing some stuff, you know what I mean? And I always like to go back to the days when we brought them for the first concert, you know what I mean? Or your first performance.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like that night, I would say that night set a precedent, and I always talk to like about this because like I feel like that's that was like the real true birth of the whole scene because like most people would see
100%.
most people would see you guys as just like just artists they see on YouTube and like they just drop songs off YouTube and Instagram and Reels and whatnot. And, shit, I'm lagging. Okay, but with Instagram Reels and everything, like I feel. How do you feel that with that from that first performance? Do you feel like do you feel like you've had some sort of like hand in this evolution kind of thing? You know what I mean? Do you feel like you belong on like the
Mount in a way, I guess. Like, I wasn't really, even at the time when I met Remy and stuff like that, I wasn't, like, super duper vocal. Like, I did help a lot of Genso. Like, I'm sure, like, I did help against Soki with a lot of, like, camera work and stuff like that. Like, a lot of the old videos, that was me doing the filming and stuff like that. So I definitely feel like I played a part in a lot of the success with the stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, for my stuff, I was kind of like, running like the meme page, stuff like that. I was meeting people. I feel like I'm, as one of my friends, kind of like a Xavier, so.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then you had your first music video out before the 9, right? Am I wrong?
Yep. Well, I think it was around the same time because like that was like a day I was filming Young Osaker videos, and also we were doing stuff for me as well. So that was kind of like so, yeah, they're kind of like the same day we were doing that shit. So it would have been around the same time.
So it was kind of like.
But it is among the first videos that were.
It's what?
Yeah.
It was like among the first videos that were out, like for that shit. So.
From that whole scene, you know what I mean, and. People always want. I would think that like people don't recognize that like with people always think that Gensokyo would start that, but like even in our last interview with Shiroko Rax, they even like credited you as like one of the first people to ever really put themselves out there as like in the anime scene and everything, and people always
like this is me, this is what I want to do.
Exactly. And so do you feel like with given the current state of like how the scene is growing, like do you feel like there will be like a new kind of renaissance with this scene a little bit? Like give me like your predictions about how this scene is going to be within like let's say this same time next year, let's say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like if people lock in a lot, definitely Meme will be up. Fafa's crewmate, I hope he still, or she still does like, still does her shit there, like, that would definitely, as one of the first like really viral people in this shit, like, she would definitely contribute there. Remy, I feel like she's got to lock in a little bit more too, like, like she's made a lot of bangers in the past, like throughout her career, stuff like that, but I feel like she's got to lock in a little bit more, and that would definitely mark her as one of, the more popular people in the future. There, I definitely should look in more. Like, like I think meeting like Nememu and stuff that definitely like motivated me a lot more and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like this time now, if people lock in like the big dogs, and even some of like the new people, like I like that's just Kurumi. Like and that wasn't like I wouldn't say I didn't expect them to blow up, but it's like these kind of like out of the blue type shit. Like because I met them. Yeah. I met them like, or they like talk to me stuff like that before. Fast's crewmate like that. I think I met Hapa Yoshino first, and we kind of like talked and stuff like that, and said overs to each other, semi-open and stuff like that, and I kind of saw them on their come up there, but like I feel like those people have to lock. Definitely Yoshi would like be on the come up if she locks it and stuff like that for sure.
Oh yeah. Yoshino just did their concert with us over on the 30th with Braxton Knight and Cyber hosting. You know what I mean? And they fucking killed it at the show with Yukatek as well, and Stormfall and Slave for Suki. Man, what that was a good lineup. You know what I mean? I try to invite everybody to come through, but the queue line was so fucking huge. So like I would always think that Yeah. Yeah,
TWO-0's gotten like not like fucking relatively, bigger since our like the last couple of concerts, right? Like people niggas are like fucking maxing out the queues and shit, right?
Yeah. For the YSS show, it was like 10 in queue. I was like, oh fuck. And then the Goon Squad one, it was like what 30, and this one was like 55, 60.
60, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to take away from you because literally the first concert that I organized, you played at, and there were 70 people there. At like what, our 4th show?
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy. That was crazy.
It's like our 4th or 5th show. Yeah, literally, like that event. Literally, that's why I was gonna. That said that was kind of like the birth of the industry. Because nobody really thought more to see you guys outside of like YouTube and Instagram. And so given that, there's a lot of newer artists that, want to, replicate, and they want to make a name for themselves and stuff like that. And I just feel like just that moment alone when we're all just chilling in that one house party, and we had like all against Oga.
We set up with them for fucking 10 hours, like trying to figure this shit out, bro. Like this shit did not come easy to us, dude. Like
it did not.
Literally, we literally worked with you for 10 We literally worked with you for like 10 fucking hours over like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, goddamn it, we're gonna make it work.
Yeah. And even then, like even with the delay that the delay that between like your voice and the beat itself, like we were trying so hard to get it so close to each other. Like I remember spending like so much time trying to do it.
I remember those days. Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, and and it still sounded great. Like don't get me wrong. Like that's what I say. Like the little hiccups and little like offbeats kind of things, kind of like what makes this more like a real thing. And like that's kind of like how we built this scene together.
Makes sense for a live show, at least.
Mm-hmm. And I always love talking to Wick about the back in the days of when it was just Gensokyo and nothing else. You know what I mean? Feel like an old hype, but that was just last year.
It's been long enough for back in the days, nigga.
I'm still here, man. Like fucking talking about.
We're still here, man. We're still here doing it. That's the thing. But,
I'm still here with my fucking school outfit, bro. What the fuck are you talking about back in the day? What you mean last year?
Literally last year. Time flies, time flies with all this extra stuff. Know what I mean? Oh man, but would you be interested in doing more concerts since like you're bringing yourself back into more of the sphere a little bit? Like we do have a couple shows coming up soon and the end of the year, stuff like that. So like a Young Osaker return show with all new music would be something pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Be fine.
Not trying to give any hints.
Oh yeah, I pop that for sure.
Yeah, you came to one of our shows.
Omgsaka now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Omgsaka, correct. Yep. Brand new Saka.
Brand new Saka,
No Young Osaker, Omgsaka.
No,
yes.
No Young Osaker no more. Like what was
I might still call you by accident, but I'm sorry.
We'll still call it'll take some time for me. Just what made you want to change that name though? Like
I feel like I made Young Osaker at a time, like, because a lot of my original music that, like, was inspired by older styles, like XXXTentacion and, like, Lil Pump and shit like that. So I'm kind of like, I kind of need a refresh. And people are going to say, oh, it's OMG Keon you're copying. No, I'm not copying OMG Keon. OMG. Osaka says, oh my god! OMG Saka. It's easy name.
Fair.
You can still. It's crazy that you still do that.
They got it down. They got it down pat.
They got the oh my god.
Oh my god.
I love that.
I got a flashback of an old song I really liked. There's like a Matari song from way back when that has that in it. I just got a flashback of that.
Yeah, Matari does use that tag.
Yeah. That song's fire.
It was fire. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
All right.
You go ahead.
Yeah, you are hitting this episode with rapid fire questions. It's not a lightning round, Mr. Activate. You can breathe.
Well,
you can ask more in-depth questions about the shit that you bring up.
I know.
I gotta say it at some point.
You're
just going like it's a fucking race. Relax, buddy.
We got this.
Relax.
I'm sorry.
Relax.
Go ahead.
Relax. No, it's fine. It's fine. But anyway, on the topic of music, you've had some collaborations in the past. Is this Yuno Miles feature real? Like, did you pay Yuno Miles for a feature?
It is real. I didn't pay. Really? So what happened was, one of my friends from like the meme page era. I'm not gonna say who. He sent me like a Yuno he got before a dude blew up. So like I was able to get that and then utilize that. But the labels hear that.
Yeah. So what was it again? Because you lagged out a little bit. So one of your meme page friends had to connect, and you just like.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. One of my meme page. Yeah. Okay. One of my like meme page homies. I'm not gonna say here just because they're able to hook me up with that Yuno Miles open, and then we got that set up. I had Telmo hop on that bitch. Got that set up for the album. That was one of the big players. But he actually messaged me. And then, it didn't really talk to me after that, so.
Damn. Well, I mean, at least you got it. It's there forever.
And also, Glorb was supposed to be on the album. He fucking ducked my feet, bro. Glorb was supposed to be on the album.
Glorb? Oh my goodness.
That would have been fucking crazy.
That would have been crazy.
Man, fuck that guy.
He ducked the feet, bro. Because he was like, I only do SpongeBob characters. I don't want to work with that. I don't want to work with anime people.
Fair. Okay. Sure.
Well, I guess we now know that there eventually might be a SpongeBob rap scene. You know,
they need to be lore accurate.
More accurate SpongeBob.
Hey, bro, Wyan Bob. Wyan Bob.
Wyan Bob is crazy. I remember Wyan Bob.
Wyan Bob.
Oh my god. I haven't thought about that in a minute.
He's
Holy
stuck in
shit.
two more. He's supposed to be in my next song where show up. Yes, he hasn't, hit me back
What's
yet.
he lacking on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bruh.
Bro.
Oh man. I always like to think that eventually that there will be another like newer kind of scene that will like rival the anime rap scene. And SpongeBob rap though, I mean,
it's been around.
Could be a chance. It could have a chance. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god.
Just keep calling Odwin and tell him to show up, and then he'll come back and. No, it won't happen.
He'll come back. Yeah, true.
Yeah. You're back in the grill.
He's not doing SpongeBob anymore.
Yeah, fuck no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's cool.
Yeah, for real. Oh man. But
so who are some other collaborators that you've had in the past? I know that you had one guy you had one song with. I don't remember his name. It was like a cover art of like you and him in a parking lot, I think. Near like a trash bin, I think.
That was the Yuno Miles one.
That was Yuno Miles. Okay, what was the other one?
Pink Blood.
Oh, that was Pink Blood. Oh shit, no, really? I didn't realize it was Pink Blood. What the fuck?
Oh shit.
Okay, was it his old name or something?
Yeah. Well, I was not gonna set him an open too long, bro. If you're watching this Pink Blood, I'll set you an open now, bro. We talked all the time. He actually showed up to one of our shows. Well, actually, showed up to one of our shows, but he lagged down shit like that. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw him.
Pink Blood, and then yeah.
He was just in the Gensokyo call like the other day. Not to call him out or anything.
I didn't even know that. I would have hopped in.
I saw him in there. That's all right. Yeah. So you got the Pink Blood feat. Of course, you worked with all the people from the what was it, Azubanga's album. All those people from your neck of the woods. Anyone else you remember or want to think is notable? You work with Frustration once. A lot of the 9.
Frustration. Yep. Yeah. Best feature ever. Leon Wayne.
Leon Wayne. Yep.
Yeah, that one's yeah.
That's good. A prominent name around.
Oh yeah.
I guess Isaiah TG, but that was a while ago.
Wait, you have Isaiah TG feature?
Yeah.
Am I bugging? How did I not know?
How did I not know that either, bro? Like those are things that I just
that one I didn't promo that one. That was not a fun story on how I got that open, but I'm not even gonna say it on here.
Did you okay, all right.
But it's still on my page.
I wanna So 556 Kurumi is not the first anime rapper to have an Isaiah TG feature if it happens then. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Apparently not.
All right,
first,
fair enough.
Young Osaker, it's first tapped in, first artist that's tapped in before anyone else in the underground. You know what I mean? Not the ecstasy feature from Roko, not the Jace feature of 556 Kurumi, even though that may never happen. But
the Jace response song.
See, the scene was tapped in so much more. You know what I mean?
It's all them, bro.
Who would you want have the scene like from the underground like tap into like the scene that we're in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who's somebody that you would want to be tapped?
Just like the general underground?
Yeah, just generally.
Yeah.
I know a couple. Literally anyone from 320 Swoop, like Fuck 3 and 2X Escobar, like those people I always would be tapped in with our scene. Maybe like some people like Vis and Ecstasy Slim, like I know they know like Frustration, so maybe that'll be possible. Definitely like people like Che and stuff like that. That'll be fire. But I know Tana. I know Tana's tapped in.
Yep,
really?
Yeah, because he commented on the Moku Dump song. Yep.
I know Tana is, but commented on the fucking Remy Band song, bro.
Yeah, yep.
That's actually crazy.
That shit's fire.
But yeah.
Oh man, do you ever feel like you would see these underground artists like, just like fuck it, we're gonna just create our own anime girl aliases and then just see how far this goes through and everything? Like, I mean,
I may have some insider information, and very possible. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Very possible. We don't know who. We don't know
we can't
who.
say.
we can't. There's people we can't say, and like. But I'm just saying, like, but you can confirm that there's people in the underground that obviously to keep their identities sacred and everything, keep their identities, anonymous and everything. There's
we don't do that here.
We don't do that here, obviously. But you can confirm that they are tapped in the scene. The underground is in our circle as far as the anime rap girl scene.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew this day would come.
What more do you want?
I knew this day would come.
It's been like this, bro. You just don't know.
How did? Man, I mean, listen,
I might know a little bit more than him.
Yeah, well, I just need it's just need an update. You know what I mean? It's need a refresher on it, but I would think we were just talking with what was it with Ellen and Ellen Jane Kondo about you have the Japanese Jace trend, and we'll have like other like artists that would like blow up, like Chinese Che. We mentioned like Chinese Che and like
Chinese Che. Yep.
Yeah, like
Chinese Che, Japanese Jace. The fuck else? Damn. I think all these people are coming from you, bro.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Do people pull up on your music videos when you're shooting? Like, am I allowed to come, or like, what is this?
I do not really. What the fuck?
Not really.
I don't know. Video failed. I'm just kidding.
Your guest number 2, Kana. Your guest number 2. She came.
She came.
Yeah, Kana.
That ain't your fault. You didn't know.
It's all good. It's all good.
Do you have open invite on this bitch? Because I didn't turn that on.
Oh, you're on green.
I mean, like, we don't have an audience shot anymore because Activeight was like,
I see.
No, I am on orange, but I'm on green. Yeah. But Loki, but yeah, like, I'm always excited to notice that there's more people in the underground that's tapped into our scene a little bit more, because like what I keep reminiscing about back in the day, there was not really much. And with all that growth that came through, there's so many people within that scene that that have showed up, and the new people that come through. Like, what kind of advice that you would give like the newcomers within this scene to like that would want to learn more about you as an artist, your style of music, and people want to take like inspiration from like your style and stuff like that?
Yeah. If you're coming to me first and you're trying to enter the scene, I do a lot of styles. Some of my older stuff I feel like is not as good as my newer stuff, because this is like literally I was sitting in class before this shit, bro. Like this, I wasn't exposed to rap before. I was put on, and then this is like my first time doing rap music, so mine kind of ranged all over the place with a lot of styles and stuff like that. So I'd say you make like tight beats, figure out what my styles are, and do that. But yeah, for newcomers in general, I just say like have good music. And figure out how to like do promo properly. This could be like doing just memes, like I did, like Remy's done, like 556 Kurumi's done, like a bunch of reels and stuff like that. Try and get your sound out there. Build, like, we have such a rooted community now. Try and connect people in our community. They're not gonna bite, right? Especially like a lot of people that are so nice, like they're so chill and stuff like that. But just try and like network and stuff like that with people in our community, and you could definitely get like the big shots a lot easier, compared to back then. Because a lot back then, if you were trying to do it back then, it wouldn't have been as easy. Because I know a lot of people were like not as welcoming of new gens as I was back then, But there's a lot of networking, having decent or better than decent music. If you have exceptional music, you're gonna fucking blow up immediately. But you have good music, network. Make your reels, make your snippets and shit. Post your snippets. Don't wait weeks before posting your snippets, and you'll be good.
Yeah, it seems like that's just the patented advice that like everybody has. Like, if you're saying that and you're like you're where you're at today, and you're a figurehead essentially, like no matter what. Like, I mean, it can't be fucking rocket science, right? Like, you know what I mean? No,
not at all. Like the whole social media shit is just like. There's a luck factor to it, but you just have to know how to run the algorithm. Like, like that's a lot of how Remy and 556 Kurumi and stuff like that blew up. They were like Kurumi had the Japanese J shit that was like algorithm based.
They were grinding like every day, dude. Like, I don't know how many reels they posted a day.
5. It was like 5.
It was 5 a day. 5 a
day, yeah.
I don't know if they archived yet or not, but I looked through and I was going like this in my phone. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. I know the schedule too. It was literally every day. Like I know the schedule too. Like she told me the schedule.
What is it? Noon,
too.
3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m.
Like 3 p.m. and you have to like afternoon, and then sometimes at night if you can't do the afternoon, it's it really depends on how you're feeling that day.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I just think that
Same
there's a
old
lot
shit.
of same old same. I mean, do you feel like that eventually that system will be patched in the future?
I say as long as like Instagram and TikTok algorithms go, if they get like some fucking like legislation that makes it so they can't track people as easy, it's not really a passable method unless they do some shit like that, like because it's you just have to know what you're doing in terms of like Instagram, because and on Instagram. If you do like I know I only use Instagram, so I only know Instagram. But TikTok, it's a lot easier. You just kind of post your reels. If you're good, you get picked up by people. But on Instagram, there's a lot of collab posting, a lot of networking and stuff like that. I was able to make up the fucking repost Randy doing that. Like I mean, it's a pretty solid method.
Yeah, it works. I think for TikTok, as far as I've learned personally so far, it seems like all we have to do is fucking post and make sure it's not dog shit. Like as you said already, like as long as it's not, as long as it's good, the people are gonna like it. Like if the right people don't find it immediately,
like you're gonna get flamed to the comments, but like people are still gonna listen to your shit. Like at the end.
Yeah, they're listening to it while they write the fucking comment.
But you can't really sustain that. But I can't judge. It works for some people.
There's some hater ass people on TikTok. Like I don't know anybody who's like new with like not a whole lot of followers that doesn't just get hate comments. Like it's I don't know. Unless you're like a 10K Andy, like they don't want to hear your shit. But like I don't know, you're gonna have to force them, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'd say at least in terms of hate comments, at least what I've noticed, like it's not like they're not like I hate to be mean, but they're not like wrong all the time when they do that. I feel like it's just kind of like it's their first impression of you. So it's like if your music's like not that good or it's like complete bum, like people are gonna put that on the internet. It's kind of like a given, It's not like, and sometimes the hate comments are like wrong, like he's gotta work off of that shit and like say, hey, I could probably work to make my music better, and then people will actually start fucking with. Like, because when May My Moolah started, like they didn't get a single like barely any hate comments, because their stuff was good, like off the jump.
Fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. I need to tap into more of them, but I've been seeing them around.
I've been hearing more May Moolah stuff, and I actually kind of I like their style, I like their flow.
Yes, you gotta drop soon, Meme. You gotta drop soon, Meme.
Yes.
Drop.
I need to see you drop
that,
soon.
Meme, right there. You hear that, Meme? You better drop more, Meme.
Drop.
For real. I always
drop a 50 back.
Yeah. Drop a 50 on him.
And I always think that with the anime girl rap scene, there will come a time where there will be other forms of like VR artists that come through. Like we're starting to see more of the normal voice artists and stuff like that too, and of course oh shit, I'm lagging again. With them being more prevalent in the scene now, do you feel like there will be bound more of a competition between the two or more collaborative? Because like how do you feel about in amongst of that?
Well, a lot of the appeal to the shit in the first place was like the idea of a general of like anime fucking like girls just rapping and stuff like that, and having that weird shock factor is a lot of the appeal to it. But the music's actually good. That's kind of what the appeal is. So it's like I'm not saying to no people like whatever. I wouldn't say there'd be too much of a competition because it's like a different kind of thing entirely. If it's just like regular people doing the VR shit, like you feel me?
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't say it'd be competition. We just like coexist type shit.
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of the appeal or the gateway for the appeal for the anime rap stuff was all the memes I saw way back in the day of like fucking the anime girl with fucking Tupac or the anime girl with Ice Cube in the car or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
Like all those meme pictures kind of paved the way.
That's exactly how I started.
Yeah, exactly. Same type of thing.
Yeah. And then the man kind of grew into actually just them creating original style music, and it just all blew up from there. You know what I mean? And with now, and when you were writing like your first songs and like releasing your first kind of songs, did you ever had any contemplation about what you were doing? Did you ever felt like, you know, that this was kind of odd or weird, or like or were you already like set into be like, yeah, I'm doing this, fuck it, we ball type shit?
In the beginning, I low-key felt a lot more confident because like I didn't have that much of an audience, so I was kind of like making shit. You feel me? You know, it wasn't really like I felt any better or any worse about doing. Like, wasn't like, oh, this is gonna be my lifestyle. Like I was kind of like, you know, I'm just making the music, like
throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks, kind of thing.
Yeah, I just make it because it's an idea I had. You know, idea I have. You feel me? People hit me up like, yo, make music and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? You'll be a good rapper. So I'm like, fuck it. We'll be Osaka, make some rap music.
Hell yeah. I like that. Hell yeah. And now you got what, like a Gen 5 with a Switch and a fucking laser on your shit, bro. Like, you know?
No, we're from the old, bro. We knew about guns and shit. Like it's not like they're new to me, you feel me? It's the mean streets of the old, bro. That's what we call Osaka, the all the Japanese people watching this shit.
The O? What is it?
The O, that's what we call that shit. Osaka runs the O.
The O?
The big O. It's the big O.
Man.
Oh, man.
I'll catch you around my block.
Catch you around the block and hit him with the...
This is the big O. Shout out Lil O, Mr. Osama-san. I'm sorry. I mean Big O. Sorry, my fault. My
Oh man. But yeah, like with your character, as far as like Osaka and with that kind of thing, do you ever feel like with you want to like create like what we're seeing is more of those collectives where they pick an anime specific and then they have like that certain artists with those following created anime. Do you ever felt like you've done that with that in your sense, or are you more of like a solo person with it? Because I know you had Yuri writers, but that I would like to let the audience know more about Yuri writers and everything.
Yeah, so lore specific story, we're just gonna say this. At the time when I did it, the group was like, you know, the full class, and we had, you know, Tomo, Kagura, Chio, and shit like that. Even the teachers were in on that shit. And then, you know, kind of like dispersed hub after the Azerbaijan album, because Remy was like, yo, you should just go solo Osaka. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna just lock in with Osaka. But, you know, inevitably, you know, I'm still trying to build the group. Like, if, you know, trying to build the group back up, I tried a couple of times, it didn't work out. Well, it's because of, you know, my standing in the community. But I did beat Kagura, and that was, you know, I did get Kagura back into shit, so. Shit, I'm not, you know, and that person, and Kagura's like fucking amazing at rapping, so shit.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I'm still trying to build a group and shit like that, so.
Yeah, I remember Kagura.
I'm gonna see a full con by the end of the year.
You're all right. I mean, if you got more songs that are coming out, I'm all for it. Like I liked your stuff. I heard on the Azebanga's album. Probably more if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm all here for it.
Yeah, I always think with when I saw like the Yuri writers, when you with your YouTube channel, Yuri writers YouTube channel, I always think more of like, you know, as more of like this was like the first iteration, or like at least like, because like we've had other groups come through, but like people will always overlook Yuri writers as like one of those groups that was that collective of like artists of that anime style and everything. But then, you know, since Gensokyo, of how popular they were, you know what I mean, I felt like that you felt overlooked. Do you feel like, you know, you deserve like at least a little bit more credit with all the work that you've done within the scene in the beginning and everything?
I mean, sometimes like it's kind of my fault that my shit didn't really pop off as much in the scene, because I kind of focused on other people's stuff more than mine. But you know, I'm not really. Yeah, it's kind of like whatever, because like, you know, that I can definitely rebuild again. As you know, like, you know, get my head in the game. You feel me? Because it was like a lot of I spent a lot of time like not doing the shit, and just like, you know, kind of, I don't know, just like not moping around, but in a way, like, you know, being in bed all day and shit like that, like, you know. So the one that was on me for not, you know, making my shit pop.
Yeah, I think you deserve more credit on this whole scene. You know what I mean? Because like people overlook, because like people don't remember like the amount of things that you've done in the previous time, even before when 2.0 became a thing. You know what I mean? And obviously with all the work we've done with 2.0 and everything, with the videos and everything, with obviously putting you on shows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I feel like the scene kind of overlooks with the with you as like one of like the founding anime fathers of the scene, you know what I mean? And so like I always put like I always think to myself, like at the end of the day, it's the pioneers really start the motion, but it's really the ones who really like kind of like the ones, obviously not every person who starts the scene will bring themselves up, but they deserve at least their flowers. And you know what I mean? Like I always say that you deserve at least your flowers in this scene, because like, you know, without really the work that you've done and in this kind of like scene, like most of us wouldn't really be here. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be here as much, really. I would be still scooping up like other artists from the scene, but like even then, like this whole
I think I think with the work that you put in for the music videos in particular, the scene itself would have a harder time existing as its concept as it is right this second. I think more people would be on the AI posting, the AI create image, the AI create video wave, instead of using VRChat as a platform to facilitate that, instead of spending money on credits.
Yeah, because Gensokyo, they coined the whole fucking using VRChat. I didn't even think about doing. I was thinking of doing like 3D animate. We're thinking of doing like 3D animations, but like, you know, Remy was I'm like, oh, hop on VRChat. I'm like, okay, this actually is kind of viable. See, you know, people always comment like how the movements look so good for being like 3D or shit like that, which is VRChat. You know.
Exactly. You don't have to spend hours and hours and hours rendering shit in Unity when you could just fucking be in VRChat. You have trackers. Boom. Now I can do all this, and my elbows don't move like this in real life, but you know.
Oh yeah.
Type shit.
That's the only caveat.
Yeah, only caveat.
Yeah. But, I always think with that, you know, there's gonna be eventually people are gonna look upon VRChat's music scene as a whole, and you know, and find that this specific genre of music is kind of like more prevalent than others. You know what I mean? And like, did you ever tell people from your IRL outside circle that like about this scene, or like do you ever tell people about your involvement in this scene? Do you keep it a secret or anything like that?
I don't really tell by my peeps I do this, but you know, I think sometimes I've had friends over and they've seen it, but you know, not really like saying, oh, it's a whole VR chat. Yeah, I think, you know, that's on them to figure that out. They would know it's me.
Fair enough.
Keeping the alias separate, you know. It's like Spider-Man. They'll see your stuff, you're like, what's all that? Like, oh, it's nothing, you know, nothing. You know what I mean? But they don't know it's that you secretly you're one of the more heavily influential artists in our scene. You know what I mean? Like at least one of the OGs at least in my eyes. You know what I mean?
You're like that Wojak image. Like they don't know I'm Young Osaker or Omgsaka. They don't know.
Yeah,
no bullshit. No bullshit.
Yeah, and with speaking of the identity thing and keeping everybody anonymous, you know, there's been a lot of artists who have been, you know, kind of like opening themselves up more to their IRL personal stuff. Like we've had some people do self prods, and some people do like collab,
a feature on their own song.
A feature of their own song, basically.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, of course. Allegedly. But do you feel lagging? Again, I'm lagging. Do you feel that it kind of doing that kind of takes away from it? Like, how do you feel with artists that do some stuff like that, where they collab with their own IRL alias with the VR stuff?
Yeah. I feel like it kind of sells, like, you know, obviously people are gonna know if they keep the voice that different, but yeah, I can't really say too much about that other than I just think it's a little silly, but you know, they can do what they want.
Fair enough.
Understandable. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it takes more of it away in the sense because, like people who have good ears would say this is the exact same flow twice. You know what I mean? And I just feel like
I've definitely told someone that exactly to them privately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to take this song down, dude.
Yeah, for real. And I feel like that once these anime artists start to like really more embrace their IRLs into their thing, I feel like that it ruins the immersion. You know what I mean? I would like to compare this scene to more of like we're all mascots at a sporting event, like a baseball game. You know what I mean? We would portray this
like
kind
gorillas.
of like.
Maybe,
yeah, exactly. And we portray this character, but like the more that you tie your artistry or your talents as this character to your IRLs, it kind of like ruins that kind of that feeling of like, oh, this is a true anime girl, or oh, this is that, because there's been comments on Instagram and Twitter and even TikTok of like saying this is a grown-ass man in an avatar, watch out, this guy's a grown-ass man. Like, how do you feel about that?
I just expect with VRChat shit, like I just expected like you're doing shit, like I'm not saying we are grown ass men, but it's like, right, that's just expected. Like, you see a VR character, like, you think the nigga's like a fucking, like, loser, slob type shit, Is it true? I don't know. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
You get a phantom allergy there, buddy, that we don't know about?
Phantom allergy.
But a lot of us, the thing is, we're not all of us aren't even like VRChat players for real. Like, we just kind of have this medium to do to make like music videos and shit, but we're not like VRChat players for real. I know a lot of like Young Osaker is getting back into it, like actually meeting people and shit like that, like the new people in the scene and stuff like that. But yeah, we wasn't like that before, and I'm glad they're getting out of the shell and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was always seemed like a secluded island that they were on. They're just like, yeah, we're just ourselves, like. It's either us or like whatever, bro. But now, like, it seems like they're welcoming.
Well, a lot of it was figuring out like how to interact with people. You feel me? Because like you get this like fan base that's like super fucking different than ones you've had prior, and it's like like how do you deal with people like that and stuff like that? It's really just figure out how we can interact with people and stuff like that. Like we appreciate our fans and stuff like that, but it's like a lot of it was having limitations how we could interact with people and stuff like that, and a lot of it was just like how we're gonna deal with this new like fan base and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's super reasonable, actually. Yeah, I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, and I always think that that kind of connection with your fans, especially within reality, you have that kind of.
Are you downloading something?
I don't know what's going on, but I just keep like lagging, and it's crazy. But what I was saying is that more about like ever since now Gensokyo has become more like open and being out there, I feel like that more of the scene has become more open to being in VR chat and exploring stuff, because I hang out IS Stacks in party worlds. Like I go in the drinking worlds, and IS Stacks comes in
6-7.
On desktop and just saying like doing the most outlandish, wild stuff. I'm just with my friends. I'm talking to girls and stuff like that. I'm just chilling, having a good time drinking. I just see IS Stacks just going 6-7, and it just runs away.
6-7.
Shout out IS Stacks. I love her. I love her to death. But
shout out IS Stacks. That girl's cool as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Funniest bull. Funniest bull in the 9, what I was saying is like, they're really kind of like becoming more prevalent, because like even in my friend groups and stuff like are starting to recognize you guys, are starting to tap in with your scene, because that's all they see on their Instagram and Twitter pages is just like VR chat artists that are getting like hundreds and hundreds of more numbers than their current stuff of like, here's my new avatar, here's my new dance club that we do, here's my DJ set,
here's my new song, dude.
For y'all about that, I'm not gonna lie. Are any of the VR people from your scene like salty that we just kind of like invaded their shit? Like, do they feel like that in any capacity?
I have not heard a single peep about that.
Not yet. The only people
Not
in
yet.
in my scene that have ever told me that like they don't fuck with it. The most people say that, oh, I don't fuck with it, and that's respectable because like they got their own thing. But like there's a few people that have warned me in the very beginning of when I first started 2.0 is that once it gets to a point where it becomes better than most clubs, and when you become more prominent with more than majority of the clubs in the scene, there's gonna be people who are gonna either copy what you do, which I'm totally fine with. I generally don't fucking care if you copy what I do. Please give me the relief that I can keep this music scene rolling.
Yeah, let me go to a fucking show that I don't have to plan or do any work for, please.
Exactly.
I'm trying to go to that.
Mm-hmm. or the most scummy thing that I feel like that most people would do, and if they don't have a fucking brain, is to try to sabotage. And we haven't had those yet, knock on wood, but I feel like with the scene itself, as it's going to get bigger and bigger, I feel like that eventually there has to be a level of like respect and understanding of like we're all just people that play VR as like a medium. We're all characters here, like this isn't the streets, this isn't the hood, you know what I mean? No one's really feeling this. You're kind of thing.
You're gonna pull to my pixel block, as Bat Player even says.
Yeah, pull with my pixel block.
Out of my pixel block, buddy.
Yeah. For real, and so like what would you try to talk to the fans if you were to talk to the audience that are just listening and listening? What would you give them as a piece of advice to as they get to know the lore and get to know like the stories behind every artist and every kind of collective within the scene?
I guess if you are a new person or scene, just know get Sokyo on top, and UA Riders on top, and Saburekai on top, and Fraxis on top. That's the only ones we need. The only ones we need.
I feel you.
That's it.
But yeah, find me listen the way you want. Like I'm not gonna stop niggas, but like it's just separate the art from the artist. We'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. I mean, you can imagine the artist too, because that's kind of the point. But like still interact with them unless it's us. Unless they're nice. Mm-hmm. I'll say who's nice. If you ask me, I'll tell you who's nice in the state if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I
hope we pass.
I hope we do pass. Yeah.
You guys pass. Come on, now. You guys have done a cool job, bro. Like,
thank you.
Yeah, y'all
W Glaze.
Y'all fucking, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely put us on in a certain way, like, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. It's you're artist, your music, and when Wick put me on for the very first time about this situation, I was just like, at first I didn't like it because I wasn't really a big anime head person, but then as I grew into it, I kind of understood like, okay, this is something that no one else is doing. This is something that we already have a medium for. We already know exactly. They already use the same platform game that we play. So like putting 2 and 2 together just makes it all worth a while on my end thing. So
it's crazy too, because like we were all in like completely separate worlds before. I think I don't remember who met who like when we started doing the show shit, but like we were both in like completely separate like worlds and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And we kind of crossed paths and just kind of fucking worked out, like.
Yeah, you were doing your own shit, and I was bumping your music, and I was bumping all the 9 at the time. Like I think it was like 4 of them, maybe 5. Sorry, Remy might.
Yeah. The most likely it was 4.
Yeah, and then so it was like all that. Then the Cherno song came out when We Not the Same, I think it was, not whatever the title is.
Yep,
one where they're going like this. Yeah. And then I'm gonna do his ass like Diddy, blah 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 blah. Yeah, all that stuff. So yeah, I was playing that. I hit up literally everyone from the 9. I hit up you. And then I hit up a whole bunch of other people. The other people were like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" And then they like never responded. Shout out Bossy for pulling up. I randomly found that guy off
Bossy's
like.
Cool. I fuck with Bossy.
Me too. Yeah, I'm. We saw them recently. They're doing well. So shouts out to them. I found their page randomly. I was looking at like prods that I used or something, and then they were just like on the hashtag like recent songs, whatever, on SoundCloud. Magically hit them up, and then they were super down because like I found out like they were also like I guess I'll say a furry, like a VRChatter furry, and I was like, all right, sure, fuck it. I mean, he's in VRChat. How hard can this be already, right? And then you're on VRChat. Okay, how hard can this be really? And then Cherno was already on VRChat, obviously. So how hard could it be really? So I was like, fuck it. Yep. These are like the best 3 candidates we could possibly get for a show where we get internet people instead of people from Philadelphia from Aktiveight. So like, yeah, it just seemed like a best possible scenario, and it seemed like it turned out pretty well. You did. I mean, you killed it.
You killed it, yeah.
We were freaking out during the show.
I was surprisingly not nervous, actually.
Damn.
I was like until I got up there. I'm like, oh yeah, this actually not that bad. Like, you know, I'm never really someone that gets like, you know, nervous because I'm, you know, chill, airheaded type. So it's like being airhead, you feel me? You know, you don't feel that fear as much.
Real. You just get up there, do your shit, kill it, like whatever, dude. What's tomorrow? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people would tell me that they were nervous on their first time performing, but then as soon as like after like the first 2 songs, it's just been coasting for them, you know what I mean? And you know, even when Kana first performed, like Kana Stacken was performing for the first time, like she was so like worried, scared about doing it, and she did the same method that you and I did for the concert. Like we did the same exact setup, same exact thing, and you know she was so nervous because of the delay between her voice and the beat and everything. And I was just telling Connor, I'm like, this is the Osaka method. If the Osaka can do it and pull a good show, then you can do it too.
You got it, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And she got up there, she killed it, you know, and it was a great night. It was a great performance by them, you know. Shout out to Kana for pulling up for that, you know what I mean? Yeah, but how do you feel with concerts alone, like as far as like with artists doing these shows now, like do you feel like the technology will get better? Do you feel like there's going to be some stagnation a little bit? Like on an artist perspective, are you going to make more upgrades really as far as like your showmanship, you know what I mean?
With like VRChat, they're probably not gonna update that much because I know it's like a social platform, so it's not kind of like designed for what we do in a way. So it's probably not gonna change too much, except for like maybe interface change and stuff like that. Maybe the stuff with, you know, our voices may sound a little clearer. You know, you'll get better microphones. You feel me, like that might happen with advancements in technology. Maybe, I guess, you know, more producers we get and shit like that, like more popular producers and shit like that, we get better beats, you know, maybe the sound will improve like that, but you know, that's merely all I could think of in terms of that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they added the drone camera and the dolly, and the dolly is fucking fire.
Drone camera's good. That's just cool.
The drone, it's such a bitch to drive though. It's, I don't know, I haven't got it down.
Gotta use a controller.
But if you got it down, I mean, you're good.
You gotta use a
I'm not doing that with my hands in VR, bro. I ain't doing that, bro.
Oh man.
I gotta like, I have a wired one, so I gotta wire it to my computer, and it's way the fuck over there, and I don't know, bro. I already got the wire in my head for the index. I'm chilling, bro. I don't even think it's long enough.
Well, that's how I was able to do it. I was able to do my drone cam with the controller wirelessly. Ooh, it was so nice. But you know, I've always thought that, you know, with the drone cam and everything like that, you know, eventually there'll come a time where they'll add more heads through and everything like that within the world and stuff like that. So, I mean, do you feel like, I don't know, like as far as like with upgrades to your personality, like your artist, like avatar, for example, like do you do like, I know during your last show you did, the last time you performed, on a couple of songs you had some outfit changes and everything like that. You did those yourself, right?
Yep.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yes, I did all that myself.
Yeah, and
I need to add more, but you know, I'm focused on like too many things at the same time, so it's like can't really do all, you know, Unity and, you know, like fucking working on music. That's hard to do at the same time for me.
Oh yeah.
Me too. Just literally you got it, bro. Like, you don't got anything crazy. You know, what you got right now is like the normal outfit. Like, I don't think we've seen anybody like switch outfits on stage other than you, unless I'm mistaken.
No,
Which case, I'm sorry.
We've had a few outfit changes. During recently stage? Rio he beat the alien.
Oh yeah, he went to the alien. Yeah, my fault.
He became the alien, and then I know Young Osaker had outfit change. I think one other artist that I can't think of off the top of my head did have an outfit change at some point. I have to remember. Probably in editing, I'll just find out maybe later on. But yeah, like I always think that, like, you know, with like, especially with like, you know, Gensoku artists, for example, they're always looking for the biggest drip. You know what I mean? Like, they always want to have like Balenciaga and, you know, YSL wearing stuff like that.
Ever since they found that shit, bro, they you know, ever since they found that. Oh yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was saying no. I don't want to cut you off on that. I was just saying, would you want to be like? Would you ever feel like you want to like add on to that kind of fashion to your current avatar that you have?
I mean, I guess I kind of like keeping the shit like as it is. Like, I obviously I can add clothes, but it's like, you know what? It's, you know, I feel like kind of detracts from the way the character looks, you know. Like, I do have other outfits. I just, you know, don't feel like putting them on right now. I have to dress for this interview, but, you know, I do have other outfits, stuff like that, like not just the suit, but my summer outfit, you know. And I think it's the only other one, but I could add some stuff to it. It's just like, you know, like I said, you know, find stuff like that, you know. Like, I feel like I can get people, you know, send me some clothes and shit like that. I'll put it on, but, you know, that has really been a priority for me, especially, you know, ever since I started doing it. But that's really been a priority for me.
There ain't nothing wrong with doing your own thing and keeping more shit close to the character. I mean, hey, how you want to do it, how you want to do it, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so people always want to stick to the lore, and, you know, sticking to the lore of the character is probably like what I feel like what it was original in the beginning, but now like it has strayed to more of just like, as long as you're the character, just the character itself, you can just wear whatever you want. You know what I mean?
I know.
Think, like, one artist.
Yeah,
like,
I try and keep. I keep trying to keep it in character like all the time, like, you know. Right? Yeah, I try to even during this shit, I'm trying to keep it in character, like I can do a higher voice, stuff like that, but, you know, like I'm Osaka right now, you know. But yeah, like I try and, you know, I try and make as many references to my friends and shit like that as possible, you know, like, you know, and trying to keep it, you know, based on episodes that we've done and stuff like that. I just try to keep it on topic all the time. But, you know, a lot of it can slip, especially when you're making a lot of songs. It can be hard to like keep track of, especially when you're trying to go for like, you know, quantity in terms of songs, just to get your shit out there. It's understandable that, you know, you know, some stuff's not gonna like line up anymore if you make it so much shit at a time. But oh my goodness,
we're
good.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. You can take some like creative. Yeah, you could. It happens. It's fair to take some like creative liberties and get a little creative with your song. I mean, like, fuck it. At the end of the day, if it's a banger, it's a banger. I mean, everybody still listens to
exactly.
Not Tana. What the fuck is his name? I got black. I got white. What you want? What the fuck? What's his name again?
Tekka, sorry.
Tekka.
Yeah, sorry. I made fun of someone like last week for forgetting his name, and here we are today. So
now here you are today.
My fault.
Not forgetting little Tekka.
My fault. Yeah, but yeah, like at the end of the day, like, we're here to hear good music. Like, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah.
Personally, I like a lot of people's music in the scene. Everyone always can get better as an artist. Like, if you feel like you are good where you're at and you don't need to improve, I think you're crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you always want to strive to be different. But in terms of striving to be different,
because that's the mentality where you start, like, you know, slipping off, like, you know, like a lot of, especially, I hate to say this, but even like, you know, people like Fat Pops, Caribbean, Remy, like they've gone up and they're kind of like, you know what, I'm chilling, I can, you know, just do my shit, and then they kind of get that lazy mentality, and then, you know, they're obviously they're gonna still be popular, still gonna be like one of the known people, but it's like they're not gonna be, you know, as popular as they were if they don't, you know, lock in and shit like that. But I'm not gonna dictate their lives, you know, not my group, you know. They could wanna have their like.
Absolutely,
of course.
Yeah, it's normal for a lot of artists, you know. Some artists need to like lock in, and
yeah, it's just the artist thing in general.
Yeah, 1,000%. Some artists, they need substances in order to create. You know, others don't. Some people need to like light a candle in the room, like Scarlord. Some people need to fucking go run 2 miles and then you go get it. Some people are like, you know, homeless and then they're recording when some guy shows up on the street. I saw a video like that earlier. I was like, yeah, I'm recording homeless in my city right now. And it's like, oh fuck, like how do you even prepare for that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's just I think that, you know, with that for every artist that, you know, like I was just going back to like with the lore and character lore and stuff like that, you know, there's artists that kind of like are good with the character lore that they surround their character with, but like I feel like most artists now have like kind of like exhausted that character lore kind of like mentality and to just making kind of like any song they want, and like, and you know, referencing their songs to real world things that happen within the scene, and you know, like there's so many songs that are now basically just straight disses to each other, and it's like, you know, I'm just I just think to myself all the time, like, yeah, you know, yeah. But do you feel like at least every artist should go through like and understand their character lore a little bit more? Do you feel like with any new artists that want to join the scene, do they feel like they have to study their character before they jump into the scene?
Low-key, not super important. And especially being an Azumanga, like from Azumanga, nobody watches our show. Like if you're an Azumanga fan, you only know me, and that's it. Like nobody watches our show. Like
I know the yellow guy. That's a cat, right?
To get this shit started, like, yeah, yeah, the fucking cat guy. The oh my god guy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's not like a requirement, you know. If you you can watch like 5 episodes of your show, you'll get a good understanding of the characters, and read some wikis, like, yeah. It obviously adds to it, but as long as people like your shit, it's not really gonna matter that much.
True.
Yeah,
I can stand by that. I can understand that. I can respect that, because like sometimes when I talk to artists and they always say like, oh, they sometimes they would talk about their character lore, and then, you know, or one artist talk about that they're super into their lore and they have everything about their music is all strictly based about their lore, and you know, they can only do videos in certain places and stuff like that. And then there's just others that are just like, I'm this anime character from this anime, and I just rap about trapping, drilling, you know, being with the dogs.
I've noticed a lot of new people that are like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's your choice. I mean, I don't know if you feel any type of way about it.
I don't feel the type of way about it either, and I just feel like, you know, as far as like artists is concerned, you know, like since you said it, it's not really a requirement, then, you know, most people shouldn't get on these artists' backs and saying, oh, you don't know the character lore of this so and so.
Yeah, you don't have to stress over it like at all. You don't have to stress over it at all. Like, you know, obviously it's a good trait to have, like I said, but you don't have to stress over it like, you know, as much.
Yeah. I had a buddy of mine who literally, we were bringing up like Rimuru Saga. Rimuru Saga was hanging out with me at one show, one place that I was just partying at, and then a friend of mine who like would come to my shows and just doesn't know anything about the scene at all comes up, you know, gives me a cheers, and then he turns to Rimuru Saga. He says, "Rimuru, take a shot. By the way, I love the anime." And then, you know, he's like, did you watch the new episodes and stuff, like try to like do an anime weeb, like, you know, conversation and stuff like that. I can't remember what Rimuru said, but it just felt like that, you know, when people would like from the outside come in and talk to like an artist and connect with like you or anybody else, they feel like that they're like ultimate like nerds of that specific anime, like diehard fans of that specific anime. And you know, you may find them in Gensokyo, but you know, some of the other people, I don't know. I really asked. Hey, you know, like, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's a bad thing to like the Toho project. You know what I mean? Like it's dope. There's like hundreds of Johns. You know what I mean? So like, I always think when
I was growing up, I only knew that shit is like spyware. Like, you have to beat this game or you lose your computer, or you can give me like $200 in Bitcoin, bro. Like, That's what I know from.
That was really what
and
they
all
did?
like the old art from what's his name? Yeah, from all the old art from the creator.
I know what video you're talking about. I know what video you're talking about.
It was more than a video. It's that shit happened like hospitals and shit. Like it was crazy.
Someone just downloads like that kind of copy.
They click the wrong link. Boom. Now you gotta play fucking whatever the third game is called, and yeah, good luck, dude. And, like
you have to beat it.
Like your hitbox isn't even like your anime character. Your hitbox is like the little tiny pixel on your cursor. So it's like I don't know. That always I'm awful with those games for that reason.
Yeah. Oh man. I never seen that in that kind of sense before, but of course it's.
Oh yeah.
You know, I hope that if I don't get spyware on my computer if I download those games. Oh my god, that would be. Do you ever play any of the games like for like the animes that are around? Like, are you like a fan of like anime games? I mean, like as far as like, do you play like Toho Project or like other type stuff? Like, I mean,
I've played Toho before. I'm not good at it, but I've played Toho.
Fair.
Too much for my brain.
Yeah, I can't handle it all.
Yeah.
I need a gun. I need a gun in my game that doesn't look like a plasma orb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't got no Master Spark or Dan Maku or whatever the fuck it's called. I need a gun in my hands.
Dan Maku.
Yeah, whatever it is. I don't know.
Oh,
is there a game for your anime that you're from? I forgot the name. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment. I'm old.
Yeah, there's only fan games. There's the Azumanga racing game. There's like the Azumanga. There actually is an official game. I think it's like Azumanga like Bubble Bobble or some shit. I know it's like a puzzle game that we have. Yeah, it's like a fan racing game. It's a fighting game that there is. It's pretty cool. I forget what it's called.
A fighting game.
I have to remember the name of it. Yeah. Yeah, there's like some games like the PS2, like a visual novel we have, and you know that one. That's my first post on Osaka IRL. It's from the visual novel we have.
Fire.
But other than that, it does like all the games we have. It's not, you know, despite having a fucking 20-year-long community, like, you know, that's not surprisingly little amount of games that came out from that era.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it was back in the day. They didn't know the method yet of how to garner the most amount of money for an anime.
But I mean, hopefully, I mean, I would have to get to know the other games that you have, because the fighting games specifically, like I'm a sucker for 2D fighting games. Like I play BlazBlue Cross Tag all the time, and even like Mugen, like the was it Mugen or anything?
Mugen?
Yeah, Mugen.
Yeah.
Mugen.
Yeah, those ones.
I'm a fan of Salty Bet.
Yeah. I always think that like playing those 2D fighting games, I always just want to like, I always feel like that at least teaches me more of the anime itself, because they like tie into the games and stuff like that. Because I used to play Dragon Ball Z, like the Budokai series, and literally it would just teach me everything about Dragon Ball Z. I don't have to watch the animes at all, and like I don't have to understand the story as much. I'll watch it on my own now, but then it's like watching it originally, it's like that. But you know, even the same way, like BlazBlue and like Persona and all that stuff like that, I get a little understanding of it more. So
even though you didn't really watch anime growing up, you know, you played
all I watched was
games.
Bleach. Growing up was watching Bleach and like Inuyasha from like Adult Swim. That was really kind of like my first get up in anime, like. Really,
I was watching fucking Bobobo and One Piece dub.
Bobobo, yeah, Bobo was also a good one. Like, yeah, I was watching. I found it hilarious watching Bobo, because like I never thought in my world see a really buff dude fight people with his nose hairs. You know.
I mean, shit.
Yeah,
I'm on that same shit now. Yeah, me, bro.
Yeah. What was like your first anime that you kind of like got into, like at all, like period?
Honestly, I have lower answer, real answer. K-On! Was my first real anime.
Fire.
Oh, nice.
We got a K-On! Rapper now, Yappa Yui.
Yappa Yui, yeah.
Yeah, they got a. That was our previous UA Writers. That was the first one we did. K-On! Characters, that shit.
Oh wow.
Oh really?
We have to reunite.
Yeah.
Fire.
And if you go back to the UA Writers' first video, it was from the K-On! Era.
Damn.
Really? I never knew that actually.
That.
I never knew that. That's actually very interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll have to go back and watch it.
We had Kaon, and then we had Bochi the Rock, and then we had it was Azabaga said so, December like 2023, actually October 2023. So that was when they called me up, come here Osaka, get the class with you. Fuck, we made Azabaga, so then we're here now.
Wow.
Fire.
Man, Yui's gonna be ecstatic when I just gonna be like, whenever this interview comes out, I'm just gonna be like, yo, Yui, I didn't realize you were tapped in like that. Like, yo, we're tapped in. Like, it's crazy. Man,
I got a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, Yui.
Hey, you're good.
Miss Osaka. So with the scene, there are people who, let's say, start as one character, and then they're like, nah, actually, I'm gonna go be something else. How do you feel about that? Because I feel like it's fucked up if they pick a character, and then that person has to be in that person's like footsteps, or the soil that they stood in, or whatever, their dad's shoes, or whatever you want to use, and then they have to be like themselves, but also different at the same time. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts?
Hey. If the person before you doing that was good, that's a big responsibility. If you're switching characters, it's very hard because, like you said, it's you have to pass it up to someone else, and maybe they won't be as good, and then they kind of get like flamed for that, or whatever. But hasn't really been any like super duper cases where that's happened. But I'd say like if you're doing that, just be conscious that you're kind of like character in a way. I'd say. I mean, not really sorry, not really like I'd say it's all right if you do that, but it's like just remember that if the person comes after you, if you're really good, might get flamed in a sense. But I don't know, like, cause I've switched characters before on lore off mode. I switched characters up until Osaka, and then doing this now. So but that was obviously before I had any like pull, so it was kind of easier to do it back then. But now
fair.
it's when I kind of stuck with that. I'm standing by that.
That's reasonable. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, nothing's really stopping you from being someone else in the future. I mean, you could always just, this is you, and then you could fucking, be someone else. I don't know. You're shaking your head no?
Yeah. No, but yeah, like the best way to do it is like, you either have the character kind of there, and you kind of do the other character like, on some low key shit. And then I'd say that's the best way to do it. But, obviously you can, if you're able to do more than one character, fucking do it. Like, why not?
Oh, yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. I mean, it's not like there's like any shortage of anime coming out. You know what I mean?
No.
Exactly.
No, not really. It's really more just on the which character has either the most obscurity that you can legally take the copyrights off, or one that either it's more of like a parody, because we do have still like we have artists like straight up Monkey D. Luffy, for example, literally just
that guy's
Monkey
fucked.
Monkey D. Luffy, like his music's hard. Don't get me wrong, Monkey D. Luffy's music is hard.
We like his music,
but like as far as like the identity and copyright, that I feel like that's kind of like uncharted territory as far as like. We don't know how it's going to end up. Obviously, nothing may happen at all. Hey, but of course, like
we'll find out.
We'll find out as time tells. But of course, like
Toho is the gold spot with that shit, because then they could like Zune literally like fucking encourages fan projects and stuff like that. That's Gensokyo like literally won that shit. Like with that.
I've been telling everybody the same shit.
The Love Live people or Sekai Project Sekai people, but I'm sure they do fine too. Some color that might have fucking paid off. Like fuck it.
Yeah. I reckon. Yeah, I reckon that with as more and more newer people come in, like eventually, like there's gonna be more and more different like groups that come through with the enemies. Because right now we got like 10 groups so far, more than 10.
As far as you know.
As far as I know, at least. As far as
there's like. He's pulling that number out of his ass because he's in like 10 Discord servers, but I know there's at least like 20. Yeah. And then you have all the private ones for the public ones.
20.
So it's like,
yeah. Yes, 20.
I'm in like 15, so I know there's more, and I know there are private ones for the ones that exist. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
It's at least 20. That's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for real.
A lot of people around.
There's a lot of them around, and I always encourage them, more and more people, to come through and make their own groups and formulate that stuff. You know what I mean? And
fuck it.
Fuck it, yeah, of course.
You're just making music with your friends, hanging out, having a good time, and then I don't know, maybe you blow up and you start making like $2,000 a week off music or whatever. Like, fuck it. Speaking of making $2,000 a week off your music, when are you putting your stuff on streaming services?
Yes,
Osaka.
I'm working on it. It'll happen eventually. I know there's a couple times I put my shit in all plats, but it's like, really, I need idea manager for that. Like, I'll get it. I'll get something going soon. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. I have to pay a lot of prods to do it.
I understand. I understand.
100%.
I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to put this beat up on DSP? All right, give me $80. Oh, this one's 200. Okay. And I want to make a project that's 18 songs. Okay, cool.
Let me collect fucking 5K Jordan, collect boy Max.
Yeah. Like fucking hell.
Yeah. Nowadays, they just pull off the beat off YouTube and just throw it up on just record and just throw it up on there.
You gotta be cool with prods, man. You gotta figure out the prods.
Yeah, everyone's got their own prods now. Yeah. But I would ask if the prods that you kind of like are really kind of linking up for like your newest kind of like projects that come through, like who are some prods that that really kind of give you the sauce that makes Osaka, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, that kind of help you with,
I'm gonna give some shout outs here. Definitely Frustration, my boy Aki, I gotta use more of your beats for sure. Anthony Ramos, he's pretty cool, aka Ant. Luke 2K, he's been a big help. Some a lot of the beats he sent. Again, that's a new one. I haven't used his beats yet, but his stuff's hard. I'll definitely have to use him. I know Kagris used one to get M beats, but I'll have to get on one of those soon. Yeah, that's really what I'm what I'm working with on my front there. I got some like stuff from like, I don't know, I got like Trickster and Josky, like some cool prods like that. That not really locked in with them, but I've been getting some beats from them. I have a lot of dream prods I want to work with, but that was going to require me to lock in again.
Who are the dream prods?
Especially for future projects. So yeah, my dream prods, fuck it, I'll give a list. Definitely like Perk 40, Macajin, some people like I call them like knockoff people in the sense like K plus 2K, Baby Tegan, or it's Baby Tegan, that's what his name is. Soprano for sure, like that's one it's a dream prod right there. Ivy's for sure, Ivy's and Agast. Cairo, that's another one I definitely dream prod right there. There's a lot of dream prods I have.
I know most of these, yeah. I respect it. I respect the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh yeah. And there's a lot of great producers that are from within the scene itself, and it's just like, one way or another. Like, I mean, we got like, I don't even know how many producers we have in our scene right now. It's like hundreds. It's not even hundreds. It's like,
and in the scene.
Yeah.
Well, like active in the scene, or like that have been a prod on a song in the scene. I mean,
they've been on a prod on a scene. Either self prod or like they prod for others. There's like at least like 20 or 30.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 100. Yeah, there's a lot of prods in our scene. A lot of good prods too. There, we need to work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple prods who came to our most recent show. I don't know if they want me to mention them, but like very, very like big name people came to our last event. I was like, oh shit, wait, I already follow you. What the fuck? Like that kind of level of shit. I was like, whoa, yeah, that's fire. Yeah, I'm sure stuff like that will continue to happen. As you said, like people from the outside, they're already aware. I mean, what was it, Tana already knows about us. This, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's really about us getting together. Like, it's not like impossible for us to get together. It's really, it's like, when are we going to break that barrier between the actual underground people like us, Because it's been thin. The line's been thin for a while now. It's really like when that starts, take that first step to, unite all of us together. Like, there's a lot of, there's a lot of, what they call it, collaborations that could happen, that are happening, that I feel like should happen, and that's not happening. But, that's people's got to step out of their barriers. It's a lot of egoing and stuff like that. It's, it's really people got to, corroborate and like work together and shit like that. But, that in time that will come, I know. Well.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like the biggest possibility of the next thing happening is like, let's say for the Perk 40 album, for example, like you just are on it because you just hop on Perk 40 type sounding beats, like like that'd be like the perfect scenario, right?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, like you're it's not like you're like, oh, I'm on a Majin's album. It's like, you're on a like an album like a producer made, like Wiz Perm or Perk 40 or some shit. Like that's I feel like would be the next logical step in being the realm of possibility, instead of like fucking D Savage getting like Remilia bands on his album or something. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that's the next thing that's gonna happen.
If any of us get like a TDF, I love you fire, bro, that'd be so fire.
Fire.
Oh yeah,
that'd be amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would like lose my shit and like think about it for like a week straight if anyone from this, like, I guess we'll call it VRChat scene, like literally shows up on like a big name person's album. Like, that shit would blow my fucking brain.
Oh yeah, I'd be screaming. I'd be like, I would be so ecstatic seeing all that, because like, like.
We made it! We made it!
We made it! Yes, we made it! All this hard work finally pays off,
And I bet the VRChat Twitter wouldn't even retweet it either.
Oh yeah. Well, they'll probably look at it like, 100%. How come these anime girls are getting more Twitter likes than my dance videos? I shook ass on my thing. Like,
I'm a staff member and I'm a DJ. I don't know what's going on.
They can start dancing to our songs.
Yeah, that'd be fire as fuck. Yeah. Start dancing to Sing, start dancing to Osaka, start dancing to Remy, whoever the fuck, everyone else. Like,
exactly.
You can do it, bro. Like, and they would probably be in the video.
I'll start making jerk songs.
Ooh, that's crazy.
They can start dancing.
Ooh.
Fire.
So in the next Osaka's music video will just be Osaka just doing the fucking jerk, just like doing the jerk and the you know what I'm saying?
You get someone wearing like an Xavier So based avatar or like a picture or some shit. They're just like there, like doing the shimmy, whatever you call it. Shimmy. I don't know. The jerk? Is it called the jerk? I don't know.
but yeah, like I like seeing. It's always so good seeing that, and despite with all of it, do you have like any feelings that like other genres, but outside of rap, could thrive from what we're doing? Like, all right, like I don't know if I'm pretty sure you're not tapped in with some of the other artists in the scene. You mentioned Solayami. You mentioned Solayami. Yes, you did mention Solayami as like one of your like cosigns.
What was that guy with like the horns? Like he makes like that like kind of pop rock like fucking Pack of the Disco music. Like, what's his name? I forget his name. Yeah, Irmo. That's cool.
Hell yeah.
I like his music.
Yeah, friend of ours.
So fun. Yes, second VRChat artist
like
too.
That it sounds like expand like that, but
Yeah,
Stuff like that can work.
Do you feel like you want to? Are you comfortable like collaborating with kind of like genres in that kind of sphere a little bit? Do you feel like it's out of your character?
I've tried doing it. Like I've done if you look at my highlights on Instagram, I've tried to do like a reggae song that's supposed to be on one of the albums. I've done rock and shit like that. I've done a couple of other things besides rap, but That's okay. Rap's kind of what I'm like listening to right now, so that's really why I mainly do it,
Understand. But you're open to like hop on like a Solayami track and then you just hear just like put like a 16 on that joint.
I can't do that, but
seeing Osaka scream and do the little scream of a pig squeal, Osaka pig squeal.
I cannot.
I've definitely heard
my fucking neighbors would hate me.
Real. But I definitely heard like the Osaka character on like a metal song before as like someone's meme. I've 100% heard it before. I don't know if you would want to do that in particular, but I've definitely heard something like that happening.
Yeah, I don't know. Best like other genre done. I did a song with Remy that was like R&B type of shit. So that's well, the other genres is like public I've strayed to. But
fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I always like to say don't try to be a one-trick pony in this scene, and try other kind of styles, and that's why I applaud like Soul Yami, Irmo J, even Batboy Raven too, to like go outside their comfort zone and try other things and stuff like that, because like
everybody at the Song Wars who had to hop on beats that they weren't used to.
Yeah, man. Oh man, that was a very interesting night that night, Osaka. I'm telling you, like there was. Yeah, we were.
Should have been there.
You should have been there. It was very interesting.
I missed it. I wasn't there for that. I missed it.
Yeah, it's okay. You may have been on vacation or something.
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
It's all good. It's all good. People have been wanting to have that come back, and I'm just like, we'll see. We'll see.
Bro, like, you know what happened. Like, we know what happened, bro. I don't know. Like, how long? All right. So you've obviously seen someone do a Song Wars. How long? How much time do you think is appropriate to give artists to do for Song Wars?
Yeah.
Well, I've hosted a Song Wars like before, but it's kind of like really for the challenge factor, you got to give people like an hour to 20 minutes like before the shit. Like that's probably the best way to do it. Like ours, we did like a day, like a whole day to make a song. That was kind of kind of defeated the purpose of it. But I'd say like an hour, maybe 20 minutes. That's really when you can have people like lock it and make some cool shit. Especially if, it really separates the super good artists from people who guys do it. It'd take a while, but we'll get people like lock in and shit like that. I feel.
Yeah, and there's another artist out there named 9Geek, and he had his own Song Wars way back when, probably last year or the year before, and they would spend like an hour 45 to 2 hours, or to begin with, I think, and then they went all the way down to 45 minutes. Like, hey, we're gonna leave this call. I'll see you in 45 minutes with your song that you're making right now with this beat that you spun. All right, like, good luck. So like, holy shit, 45 minutes. We gave these some of these people. Well, actually, we gave everybody 2 weeks to make 4 songs. So anybody who like was a performer,
it's too much.
You would say so. Mm-hmm. So anybody who was like a performer or a notable artist, we gave them. We put them in the second tier of the bracket because it was like a March Madness bracket essentially. So they only had to make like, what was it, three songs, I think.
It was like it was either 4 or 5. 4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, so those people had to do 4, then everybody else had to do 5. Sure, that's fine, or whatever it was. I think it was. Yeah, I think you're right. Sorry. And then half of the people didn't do it at all. I'm like, what the fuck? And Yukari was like, oh, I forgot. I'm like, okay, sure, that's fine. Like, some people were like, oh, I needed a reminder that this event was happening. I'm like,
you signed up for it.
You signed up for it. Am I your fucking mom? You want me to be a mom?
Yeah, no, that's awesome when people when you try to organize something and the shit falls apart, like that's just ass. Like, I hate that. That's not fun.
That Song Wars it was supposed to take 2 hours tops, but ended up being like 4 hours long, and Yoshino ended up winning. Yeah, and because I was yapping so much at the judge table. Yes, I like to take blame for yapping too much at the judgments table. Okay, but you know what? I had to get my point across, and I can't leave every detail out when I'm judging something. You know what I'm saying? If I just go and say it's good or it's trash, they're gonna think I'm some fucking dickhead. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do all that.
We might have to do for next time to save time, man. I don't know. Everyone's headset was dying and shit, bro. It was half the people who did it who signed up, and that itself took like 4 hours. Yeah, over 4 hours. I don't know.
4 hours of all that nonsense, of all that, man. It was harsh. It was harsh, but like normally for with Song Wars, for US, like an entire duration length. I'm talking about like from when you start the Song Wars to when you end. It's probably like. How long would you think it on an average time probably would take?
Yours was like 2 hours, right?
Mine took like an hour, like an hour or two. Yeah, cause you were there, right? Me too. You were.
No,
you were,
I
like,
was. I wasn't there. I didn't make it. There were some people there.
I saw.
I didn't want to
I was
talk to.
there
I didn't.
the
I
one
didn't
time.
come.
Yeah, there was. I was there
That's
for
a
a
good
little
point.
bit
That's a
watching
good
it
point.
too. You know what I mean? I went there to peep for a little bit, and I saw a bunch of people showing up on there, and I saw how the structure was and everything, and it was you guys, it was pretty good. Like
Yeah.
I think it was
I saw it
Kana
on
that was
YouTube.
the one who won. Yeah, Kana was the one that won. That was from what I remember.
No, it was
And-
Flounder XO, fucking final boss, bro.
Damn.
Flounder XO final boss. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey,
Damn.
contest is contest,
They're
and
talented.
it's all public opinion, that type of thing, and that's
I hate-
and then to be honest with you, like when we looked at I looked at how your Song Wars was, and I'm just like, like how yours was and how it's structured, it kind of like inspired us to like say, okay, Osaka did this way because this is how they did it, and it was actually very good, and of course we try to replicate that within VR, but of course like putting that whole in is a whole separate, putting that in the VR is a whole separate dynamic now, because then you got to get in the place and you have the audience now, and then they got to vote, tell people to vote.
We have to incentivize people showing up. like okay, how do we do this? Okay, how do we make it so it's not just fucking people just submit like random shit and then it wins? Those were like the two main goals in mind. So it was like I wasn't allowed to hear anything before, so I don't know what people submitted. So I'm not like fucking moderating the song because I have to judge it in the moment, right? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll probably do it differently next time, but
yeah.
I don't know.
How do when it comes to moderating like certain songs for Song Wars, do you ever feel like when you had to put people that you fuck with like heavy, like if two people were digging it out and you fuck with them both, they're both their music heavy and they're really close friends, how do you deal with telling people that either their song is better than the other? Like how can you tell your two friends that are deking it out that one person's song is better than the other? You know what I mean?
Our system was a popular vote in lieu of Blackboy Max. Ours is a popular vote system, so whoever had the most votes, unfortunately, there was bias in the judges' room, but we would try to keep it like mainly, whose ever song was better. People would vote either this song or this song, and that was kind of how we did it. But it was really a popular vote thing, and if there was a tie, we had the audience vote, and that was actually surprisingly good turnout for that shit. Surprisingly good.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of people that came out to that one too. Would you ever want to? I mean, I think you probably already said that you probably did host. What are you hosting another one soon? Do you have any plans on other ones?
It's just the fucking roster has to be right. Like I don't really talk to people about it. Like I know people keep asking, "When's the next song? Where's Osaka?" And I'm like, "Well, I'll do it. When we're ready." But I'm not ready. I gotta organize it again. It'll take a little bit of work, but fuck, if you want to join, hit me up. Because I know there's a lot more artists who are in that server now that I could definitely put in the actual rockets and shit like that now that people know about it. And I might like Meme Mula and some of the other people I wish Tony Flandrexo to come back to that shit. Bro would defeat the whole roster. Get hopefully, I don't know what wants to take him down this time. I take her down this time.
I was excited to see it happen at ours, but they didn't submit any music.
Unfortunately, they didn't submit much music on there, so it was kind of upsetting.
Never mind.
But it's all good. What I was saying is that
I had people do it like I said, I had people do it day before,
So you
us
kind
too.
we had 3 songs. We had enough songs for the bracket per person, and then that's how that went. So that was ours was a little bit coordinated, especially with the circumstances we made it, and everyone was like on timing and ready to do it because that was we were kind of ready for that shit. But I don't know how another one would go down. That's why I haven't really done it yet. But for the people asking, me and my DMs, we'll do one soon. Just hit me up. I want to see who actually wants to do it this time. Like I said, we're supposed to have YN Bob in one. He didn't, he wasn't gonna pop out. That was the only thing preventing us from doing another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and getting YN Bob just coming in there, man, that would be insane. If
I haven't heard that name in a minute, so if he's coming back, bro, I'm ready.
Yeah, dog.
Or if he's been around, I've been unaware. I mean, hey.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the best song wars would be with like in our scene specifically would just be all new people. You know what I mean? And it would be kind of like
was
like
that the Kobe K one? Because I didn't tap in at all.
I didn't tap in the Kobe K one.
Jamestown clears the whole roster. Like that's what would happen.
That'd be fire.
Right there, yeah, for real. Like I would. Yeah, because like we already know like putting like Flandre in and putting like Yucatec into there, we probably think that they already smoked most of the competition. I feel like it'd be a little bit unfair, and I feel like there would have to be a separate bracket for like
the new gen,
the new gen, and then the goated ones. Yeah, like a new gen, only new people that come in, and then another one for all of like the heavy hitters, the real ones that like Like who could claim the top type, John? You know, what I mean?
Oh, you think you're better than me bracket? Yeah,
that one, those ones. Yeah, kind of like set the table of like who's who really has the best type of
that would like be talked about forever.
that'll be bigger than that. That'll probably create more beefs than the beef that's current. You know what I mean? Like shit. That'll be
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I don't even know if it's gonna be current when this shit comes out, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
For those watching, we are in turbulent times right now. We are in turbulent times right now during this recording. So it's probably gonna go away in like a week, but just know that.
As of the 4th of September, we're recording this on the 4th of September. So granted, and
I'm not involved. I'm just fucking spectating the whole beef. I'll let them do the shit. I'm not really involved. I'll let them do the shit.
You're good. I envy you. I envy you, Osaka, man. For everything that's going on with the scene, because low key, like with granted, since so much has been going on, there's been a lot of like newer artists, like,
two beef going on at the same time.
Dude. Like, man.
What will it be next week?
What will it be? That's what Vic always says.
It feels like a fucking anime, dude. Like Monster of the Week anime, or JoJo's. It feels like that shit.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Literally, what is the drama of the week? Oh, this time it's this artist. I won't mention any by name because they'll get mad at me. Oh, it's this artist versus this artist. Oh, it's this artist versus this artist. Oh, this artist says this about everyone else. Oh, it's like
blueprint for blueprint. Fuck it.
Blueprint for blueprint. Exactly.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Just stuff like that.
And I was thinking, because like given with all the things that are happening right now, I sense that that the current era that we're in right now is about to become the end. I called it the blueprint era because that's like the buzz term that everybody's saying with this scene is blueprint. Yeah. Everybody, I'm the blueprint. The blueprint. This guy is, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like there will come a change with this new scene, in this new era once this all blows over and everything. Do you feel like, granted with the end of this, do you feel like, since this video is going to come out, like, do you feel like the new era is how do you feel about the next upcoming era that's gonna be for this scene? I know
he thinks after the beef it's gonna be a new sun over the horizon. So that's
you feel like I'm rejuvenate, like some sort of fucking. I don't know. Niggas are like overreacting like crazy, but like that's just completely like nonsensical. Like I feel like some people need to chill the fuck out right now, and we can be fine. Like this. It's a whole community we have. Like, there's no room for this type of shit. Like, being like egotistical and like attacking people, for their characteristics and shit like that. It's kind of like annoying. Like, I don't know, because I'm not really in that beef type of person. Like, I just kind of seeing this shit like, bruh, y'all see that, calm the fuck down. Like y'all fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And as with everyone that comes into the scene, like they see this beef and they're just like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Everybody's hating on each other.
It paints a bad image. It paints a bad image for people, bro. We look like fucking VRChat losers. Like
yeah.
Like you're no better than any of those guys who are at the fucking Black Cat with fucking doing this and that and the other thing. You're not better than anybody else in proximity chat, bro.
or even the DJ scene too. Like people in the DJ scene act like this all the time, and then every single week there's a brand new fucking Google Doc. This DJ has this trauma issue. Here's 9 different testimonials in a giant Google Doc. Like
this guy manipulated me. Here's the reason why, and here's the detailed summary of everything that happened.
This guy's a sex offender, and this is his past profile. You know what I mean? Like. You know what I mean? I feel like for our community is too small for that type of beef. You know what I mean? Because like, granted, there's more and more artists coming in every single week, but we're still I feel like we're still a small community, and I feel like, you know, there needs to be guidance within the people, like the OGs in the community. You know, like Remy is becoming more as of this recording time. Remy is becoming more active within Gensokyo public community. You know, I've talked to them personally. Wick has been talking to them beef personally too.
You know what? The good thing about this beef, it's bringing them out of their fucking shell, bro. Like I'm glad. You know, Remy's talking about. I actually work with people now. I'm like, it's good to see. Like it's interesting how something so like hostile is actually bringing a lot of people together. You know.
Yeah, and we've been waiting for Remy to like really come out of their shell and like actually start like communicating with the rest of the community, because like, you know, like they're one of the goats.
I know why,
and you know, like. You know, we can't have like, you know, only one person in the scene really kind of dictate, okay, they haven't been dropped, this person, Remy hasn't been dropped music, or, you know, this person has been dropped music, and, you know, like so on and so forth. I feel like that, you know, granted, you're right, like granted this beef, it's really bringing people out of their comfort zone to really kind of communicate with everybody. And I feel like that's where like kind of this beef is so special, is because it's the end of that era where, you know, isolationism is no longer needed. Like you have to be around your community. You have to like be there for it. You know what I mean? And like shout out to Remy for being involved.
Defend your honor type shit.
Yeah, for real. Right. Not just defending your honor, but also defending the community. You know what I mean? Like, you know, with the lore that they'll be discussing in a later video. But at the same time, you know, they're like, people are gonna look at this from the outside in, thinking like, "Whoa, this is so crazy! There's all this beef. Why are all these cute anime girls just beefing and everything like that?" And like, you know, and it kind of paints this as like a bad image in a way. But like for your sense,
I don't think the people doing it give a fuck.
They don't. And
definitely not.
It's too short-sighted. They're just going for blood, like whoever it may be, you know, whoever will be this week, that next week, the week before, etc. It's just like,
I mean, sometimes you gotta take drastic measures. I'm not gonna say it's necessary. I'm not gonna say it's, you know, like needed or not. But sometimes if you know, eye for an eye type shit, sometimes it's gotta be necessary. But you know, in the end, at least one side team is victorious. Market protection in the comments, we'll see who. But I feel like I know who.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I always think that. I'm not gonna say
Yellow.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're fine. You don't have to do anything.
You're fine. Yeah. But I always just think that, you know, this is where like new eras of scenes start to become. You know what I mean? And I told Remy, I've told Remy, I've told Roko that, and I told other like but even Kurumi as well. That, like this is the next chapter in our scene. And it's up to us, it's up to them, and it's also up to us, and it's also up to everyone else in the community to like.
Yeah. I don't want to give props to Kurumi for being, you know, so mature.
Yeah, for
real.
Even neutral too.
You know, neutral. Like.
Shout out to them for being an adult and acting like one.
Yeah, for real. And I feel like that's why a lot of people have been really kind of like attached themselves to Kurumi at the time, because like, you know, they're not only the most popular artist, but also like they're probably the only level-headed individual within the scene at the time right now. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And they're very like they set the precedent. And I was talking to Kurumi about this a little bit ago, that, you know, eventually that people are gonna. Whoa, I'm lagging. People are going to come into the scene and say, when people have already come into the scene and say, oh, I've come here because I saw 556 Kurumi on my Instagram, and I saw, you know, 556 Kurumi on my TikTok.
That does happen right now.
We've been seeing it. We've been seeing it for the past like 2-3 months now. And, you know, like that's.
They're saying like, I don't know anybody else, but I know Kurumi. It's like, all right, sure. I mean, fuck it.
Yeah, but yeah. Is Vermi part of Raxinus?
No. Allegedly, they're still part of Gensokyo. They still run Gensokyo.
There's no alleged.
Yes. There's they always been hanging out. There's no alleged. That's my bad. But like I said, it's more about like I feel like after this there's gonna be that new renaissance. And what would you? Well, I always like coining terms, but there. I don't know how the term is the new term is gonna be, but I feel like the Renaissance will come through. And like, would this be like an opening for you to become more active within the scene, given that this beef is coming through? Because like people are looking at you and be like, Osaka, we haven't seen you in so long, and all this stuff. Like I feel like this will be a perfect opportunity for you to like get back in and start running it. You start making good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, but we all know how World War II ended. Russia and the superpowers came back after that. Like it's some type of shit like that.
Real.
Ally versus Axis.
Yeah, I hope I don't come back with the stare, the World War I stare or whatever. Uldirk stare. 1,000-yard stare.
Gen Z stare.
Yeah, that one.
The Gen Z stare. That's the new 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
All that for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah. I mean, obviously with this scene, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen within the next few weeks. We don't even know what's gonna happen by the time we even release this video. So things.
People will come, people will go, people will come back. Trapstar Tao fucking dropped a song.
Yep.
Albeit about Shiroko Rap.
Yeah, Trapstar Tao came out of the woodworks, bro.
Literally came out of the fucking woodworks to come back.
Dude said she was quitting like before, but out of the woodworks for that shit. That's fine.
Yeah. I don't know what issue those two people had, but it must have been pretty deep. Thank you. It must have been pretty deep if they had to come all the way back to fucking say something about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Christ almighty.
That means something. That's like the Avengers, where like you have that one character that's just never been in the scene, has never been in any of the movies except for one scene, and they come back to like throw their hat in the ring. You know what I mean? Like 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 everybody in the movie there's like, what? I thought he came back. Oh my god, what? Like, you know what I mean? I was surprised to hear Trapstar Tower come back, and that was crazy. And will they be back in the scene? I doubt it, but
I don't think so.
But,
they said they were gone again, and
I know what they're doing. They're probably they're not gonna be coming back with Tower anytime soon.
Yeah, I know
this, but neither here nor there.
They're chilling. They're doing well.
Shout out Trapstar Tower. Shout out Trapstar Tower. Hope they're doing well. You know what I mean? But there's always.
But yeah, people will come, people will go, people will fucking decide. Oh, there's so much drama, and I just can't ignore it, so I have to leave the entire scene.
Like a paragraph story, like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna clear my head for a little bit. It's too much drama here. You do like fucking 5
it's
stories
like you weren't even
long,
involved.
They're gonna be that type of
shit. Yeah.
Guys, this is the separate beef from me. That doesn't involve me, right? It's sucking my mental, bro. I can't even do
Guys, there's a car crash on the highway on the median. I can't be here for all this. I can't drive to work.
I'm an empath.
Yeah, like, for real.
I don't know, man. Like, I get that the people want to feel a certain type of way about some shit, but it's tangential. It doesn't have to do with you. Like, it's literally like an issue between one person is with one person and another person. Like, as everybody is saying, like, don't fucking involve yourself in the Vermilion Roko shit if you weren't called out, or whatever the fuck rules that they want to go by now.
Even if you were, you have to give someone like that attention. I'm not saying who I'm talking about. You have to give someone like that attention. That's what they thrive off of.
That attention is what they want, because that's how they think they're gonna succeed. So it's
even if it's all negative attention, talking shit about one specific group of people, and with no hill to stand on, no reason to even be here. You know what I mean? And I feel sickened by it, but at the same time, that's even in the streets, it's always like that. Even in the streets, it's like that. There's times where there is beef between two people, and all of a sudden, some set from a completely separate neighborhood caught wind of this and said, "Yo, yeah, my boy, yeah, this is my boy now." We're like, who the fuck are you, bro? Like, do we even know you like anymore? Like, for real, you know? And I just say as long as the disses are traded in a fair way where they can make great songs and they don't reveal identities with each other, like, that's all I want to see. I don't want the scene to devolve where the
play a little nasty right now, but it's
oh yeah,
neither here nor there.
It is a little nasty, but of course, like, you know, like there's some information that has been released already that seems pretty damning for the parties, and, you know, I just feel like, you know, this, people say this is a much needed beef. I can sit on the fence and agree to disagree, but, like, you know, but of course, like, you know, these are two titans that are doing this. Like, this is where people start to, like, really fluctuate their opinions about, like, who is the best in the scene. You know, once this is done, then we'll already know the true hierarchy. There's no more questions about it. You know what I mean? Whoever wins, I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't decide. I'm not even the referee. Like, you know, 2-0 is the same way. Like, I'm not even the referee on this situation, and, you know, I don't want to be, but, like people are coming up to me and saying, "What do you think about this beef?" And I'm just like, as long as these two guys are making good music based off this, we'll all benefit, because, you know, the greatest songs come from the biggest beefs, is what I always say.
Drake versus Kendrick.
Biggie versus Tupac. Nas
literally
and
Drake versus
Jay-Z. You know, Nas versus Jay-Z. Ja Rule and 50 Cent.
Rick Ross and 50 Cent.
Rick Ross 50 Cent, you know? But yeah, like, as long as everybody plays to the rules of within the scene of, obviously, don't leak identities, you know, and no personal information, then, you know, I'm all for it. I want some nasty ass bars, you know what I mean? I want some heavy hitter bars. I want some bars that would be like, boom, you know what I mean? Give a nice knockout punch type, John, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see some real heavy hitter bars, but, you know, but with that, obviously, then, you know, it's, you know, who knows? This beef, either it may die out slowly, people fade in obscurity, or it'll end in a big explosive fashion. Who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll have to see.
Yeah,
we'll see for the fucking season finale of the anime, the VRChat.
The anime wars. Yeah.
I mean, Julia gave us a fucking theme song, so I mean,
they did. I mean?
Yes, we got the intro. Now we need an outro, and then we need the fucking. We have the plot.
Mm-hmm. Now we need our main characters, and who is our main characters in this scene? But we'll determine that on.
Like, I'll say this, because I honestly did not listen to anything you were saying. About whatever you were saying a minute ago. Literally, I think it was Soldier Girl who said this. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Soldier Girl. Why is everybody concerned with yapping on Instagram like a woman instead of hopping on motherfucking SoundCloud and dropping some fucking music? Drop some fucking music. Stop yapping
but the
about it.
The thing is, everyone says that shit, but it's like, bruh, like, nigga, it's not something like, it's something that's like brewing for a long time. It's not like saying words like that's gonna stop. But like, I remember like Clausum and shit saying stuff like that. It's like, bruh, it's like, it's not that easy sometimes. It's not that easy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, like he did the words well, nice and shit like that. But this is something that you can't just stop by saying, guys, we need to get together and, you know, we need to be all in unison. We need to make music and post on SoundCloud. It's like, no, it's not like that, you know? Some beefs are just not like that, you know what I mean? Like,
very valid.
Like,
very valid.
Some beefs can be settled by discussion, but with something like this needs to be settled in the booth. And, you know, the only thing that we can do is just sit,
like that. That type of shit's really the people who are involved. Like, if you're not a nigga that's involved, it's like you can do that. But it's like, if you're all involved, it's kind of hard to, you know, keep it rocks. At least for me, I just don't give a fuck, and I'm a fuck to like, participate in it. So I'm just kind of like saying my own shit. But same thing with like Harumi and Yoshi. They're we're all doing our shit, and we don't have to get involved in that because we know who the main parties are that are involved. And this is like your words of saying, oh, just drop music are nice, but it's like at the end of the day, like these niggas are like really, really going at it. Like you're not gonna tell them to do that. Like that's not gonna get through to them because they're not they're past that for this beef. Like
yeah. Yep. Very valid.
That's all I could say about the beef.
Yeah.
Well respected. I don't want to respected answer.
I don't want to talk too much on it either.
No, that's really much. That's really.
Also, I don't think it was Soldier who said that. By the way, my bad.
Well, shout out Soldier Girl Online. Anyway, shout out Dreamstar Online. All the people at Dreamstar Online.
We fuck with y'all.
But yeah, we don't know. This video isn't even gonna come out within like 2 or 3 weeks.
Soldier Girl, let me be. But what's his name? Marcus.
Yeah. And the videos, yeah.
The fucking blanky guy.
Oh Jesus.
Let me meet Marcus, bro.
Marcus, yeah.
Let me meet Marcus. No, the way that I talk, I always like reference other people's names and shit. So if I get it wrong, it's because there's too many of you fucking people.
There's too many of you guys. Shout out too many. Shout out too many.
Shout out too many. Shout out to Gleam. Shout out Makes 2, bro. Like fucking Christ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's 3 artists with a 2 on it. You know what I mean? That we already know so far. So it's like, too much Roxy too. 4. There's 4.
Fuck.
Too much Roxy. Yeah.
Too much Roxy.
Yeah. Got too many. Too much. Too Gleam.
Remembering shit.
Yeah, it makes 2. Like how much?
And
more
hit me 2 blunts.
Can we get? And hit me 2 blunts. Hit me 2.
Yep.
They should all just collaborate together and just make a 2 album, and then combine all the money together to have 1-2 Hollis verse.
2 album.
Fire. All I can say.
It would just be 2. It would just be 2. Every artist in there just has a 2 in their name.
It's like the Joey ad-lib. 2. You got that one. 2. 1.
Oh man.
2.
Wait.
Classic.
Yeah. Classic. But yeah. But yeah, I always think that I always wish more collab albums come through. Like if I were to have my DJ Khaled hat on, I would just pull in like all these different artists.
I wanted to do it last year, but there were some artists who refused to collaborate together, and it didn't end up happening for that exact reason. So it was like
that's why with DJ Khaled,
if that's the attitude it's at, I'm pissed.
I would say this, right? I have a schemed way to do that in a way, but of course that's we can talk about after the video and everything. But yeah, that
maybe we'll scare with the word scheme.
Scheme, yes, we'll scheme it. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's always good, but it's fair. It's a fair deal.
It's all positive.
Low key though, I always like to ask our everybody any artist in the anime scene that comes into here, do you feel like a VR chatter? Do you feel like you're one of the VR chatters out there, in the game? Like, do you feel like that the stigma of VR chat kind of looms over you a little bit? No, I see you irk a little bit, so like,
I'm irking.
I don't play this game I'll be on here for real, like, it's either for the snippet or I'm meeting people on here, but I'm not really like in there, I don't really go to like public lobbies and shit for real, like, maybe it's not like one of your guys' shows or shit like that, I'll meet some people, but I'm not really on this for real.
The general consensus, if you go to a lobby with a voice changer, they really do not like it. They're like, oh, it's this fuck ass kid with a voice changer on, dude. Like, what the fuck am I gonna deal with now? Like, oh, am I the black cat? Great. Like that's just the kind of attitude they have.
Yeah.
At least right now.
Yeah. I always think that, when last time we went to Black Cat, it was just kind of weird because that was when we first met Makes 2. That we went to the Black Cat. That was last time we went to Black Cat. We made
well, no one there had a voice changer on.
No one had a voice changer, but we had I think we did at that time. I don't know.
No,
my memory is so
the people you were with, they weren't talking, and then Merusaga was not shy to talk with their real voice when they're hanging out with us.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I remember.
Oh yeah, when Aktiveight was recording his reel for the how many people were getting queue, like that shit was just at the Black Cat, dude. We were just hanging out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we were just hanging out that day. But yeah, but I always say, like, you know, if you ever felt, do you ever feel like you want to get more involved in the game, or nah, not really?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, not really, just because, you know, like, I don't really be on social platforms, like, in general, so I don't really, I just don't really feel like doing that much. But, you know, I guess maybe sometimes I'll hop on if, like, someone wants to fucking join, whatever, I'll probably join but, you know, other than that, I don't really be on here like that.
Understandable. But, you know, anytime that I always say, anytime that you feel that you want to hop in and you see me online, I always say, anytime you come join off me at any time late at night around this time specifically, you know, I'm always at some party getting crunk, getting turned. And anytime I see like any anime artist, like even like Aya, I'll be like, take you. I'm like, this is Osaka. This is one of the greatest, one of the goats.
One of the OGs, bro.
One of the OG VR artists. And it'll just be some like drunk girl that's be like, most of the time I was like, can you rap like right now? And can you freestyle? Would you be able to drop a freestyle if like, listen, I'm trying to like talk to girls and like, you know, trying to like slide, you know what I'm saying? So like, would you be my wingman, Young Osaker, if you came to the party?
Still in the show. I mean, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I feel like Osaka will steal the girl that I'm talking to. You know what I mean? You got like
Mr. Absolutely.
I think Osaka.
What can you do compared to them, bro? You can't make a beat in real time. What are you gonna go like? You gonna fucking do that to him? Like,
I know how to beatbox. Yeah. You know,
I mean, like, there's a difference between like producing shit in the spot, like that guy walks around New York or whatever the fuck, versus like freestyling right here, like drop a 4-bar real quick, you know, like, you know.
Yeah, but you know, I'm just trying to find new methods of needing a wingman. You know what I'm saying? I need a wingman. So like, Young Osaker, if you ever pop out at any of the parties that I'm at, I need you. I need you to be my wingman. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the honeys. You know what I'm saying?
He needs the e-huz.
They need the e-huz, you know?
The e-huz.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you know, it's always fun. But I mean, I don't have many more questions as much. If Wick doesn't have anything extra, I mean, no, really.
Do you want to ask?
Would you ask?
Are you ready for federal questions?
Want me to ask? Let me see. When is a Wick E-Man dropping fucking Pac-Man 2, bruh? When are we hearing that?
Never, unfortunately.
As of right now.
Virtual beats don't fuck with us.
Aktiveight Wiki Megalon, bruh.
Ooh, when he makes a beat I like.
Oh.
Very simple.
When I ever get to make a beat ever, because I've been working so much on TWO stuff that I
editing the fucking YouTube videos.
Yeah,
anything other than the shorts.
Yeah, well, yeah, even then.
Shit ain't no joke, bro.
It ain't no joke, bro. Like,
there's a reason I don't do it.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, like, I mean, me and Wick had a song together at one point.
We have like 5 or 6. I don't know. They're all private. I don't like most of them. I have a Mercer Glove feature that just sucks.
Too. Like, there's ones that I rapped in too, but like just for fucking.
Oh, the duck walk song, yeah.
Yeah, the duck walk song.
She can come hold me and I can make her duck walk, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah.
Yeah, make her do the duck walk.
That's just fucked.
That's why I won't rap. Like, if Wiki Man can't approve my rap skills, then you know. I don't think I can make it in this anime rap scene.
Well,
you know what I mean?
it was at a time where it was like, oh, I don't know if I want to be a producer. Should I be an artist? Should I be an artist? Should I be an artist? No, should I just be an artist? I'm like, if you want to fucking be an artist, then let's just do a song right now, bro. You did that one song and you haven't done a single one since. So I think you made your own decision.
I did. Yeah, you're right. I kind of did. But I guess it's for the better because you know what? Then, you know, if I was focusing more on my own music, then I wouldn't put too much time in 2-0 and it wouldn't be as big as we normally are. So there is a decent trade-off.
Answer a lot of questions about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Real shit.
But yeah.
I guess the only other thing I could think of, who's y'all's like next up, like next up new gen, like of what you've seen, coming up so far. Who's y'all's next up?
Wick answers first. I want Wick answer first.
Next gen, the newest Gensokyo lady. I know there's like fucking 4 new people. I mean, sure, whatever. The one with the pink hair, with the cool hat.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. They just dropped 1 song today. Give me a break, please. That person.
It's like Satori or some shit, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Satori.
Yeah, I think so. There are other new gen Gensokyo people. I'm not saying I don't like you. I'm just saying you need to drop more, and I'm more easily convinced when you do that. Please drop more. Thank you. Hit me 2 blunts is not upsetting me anytime. I don't know if people don't like their mix or they sound weird. I love the way they sound. I love their music. I'm bumping all this shit. I begged them to fucking like leak me one of their upcoming songs. They did, and I've played that since, bro. Like
Hit me
they
so
just
chill.
dropped the album.
So
Oh yeah, we gotta get them at one point, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Everybody from New Eridu, fucking New Eridu heavy. Kana, obviously Kana stacking. Hoshino, but that should go without saying. I feel like they're past the new gen quota.
Yeah.
I like Marusaga. Marusaga's on break.
Marusaga's tough.
Absolutely. I fuck with that guy heavy, even if you may not know it from me. But cool dude, solid ass dude, makes some good ass music. I hope they come back and aren't quitting forever. Yeah. There's other people I can't mention. I'll be here forever. I'll just end up mentioning everybody I know by name. But yeah, all the new gen people, I'll say, yeah, those are the people I like the most, at least right this second.
Yeah. Right now for me, I'm only gonna give 5 because just to keep the list short, so I won't yap as much. I fuck with Meme Mula. That's one I've been really kind of putting early stock in.
I'll get tapped in soon.
I like Geeked Up Sophie. Geeked Up Sophie's another good one.
Yep.
I've heard.
Oh my god, yes.
I've also obviously Solayami. If you consider, I mean, she's still new, so Solayami's on there.
Fuck. I forgot.
Too many. No. Too many. I don't know how much.
No.
I don't know how much music.
I'm regretting my list already. I could have said way more. No.
Yeah. Too Many is another one that I kind of enjoy. Not because I like his name, but I just feel like it's just a cool dude. He's such a fucking cool dude. So chill. And then I already named 3, right?
Stormfall.
Stormfall's good. I would say they did a great job at the show. They did a great job. I'll put them in on the list. Like, but I was gonna mention also fuck, who was that? Who was who's the is Jug Fufu New Eridu or
Yeah. Yep.
Jug Fufu, yes, Jug Fufu. I have some early picks on Jug Fufu, and then as an honorable mention, I will always put up who's that new Fraxinus person? Not
Keltoka?
Keltoka, yeah, they don't drop much, but
I wouldn't call them new. They've been around. They've been
around, but they don't drop much. That's the thing. Keltoka doesn't really drop much, so I mean, no one really kind of sees them unless they're actively doing more. Dropping. So like people know of them, but they don't drop much. So that's kind of like my early stock on there. But my biggest stock option that I really want to all my cash out of 556 Kurumi stock way back in the day, I'm putting all that reinvestment into Meme Mula, in my opinion at least. Yeah.
Meme Mula, yeah, for sure.
Solid ass person.
Meme Mula,
she's up next.
Might be next. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So, I
gotta get tapped in more.
You gotta get tapped in, dog.
I'm missing like 15, 20, 30 people on my list of stocks, bro. I don't bump like normal people shit anymore, bro. I'm usually just like listening to fucking an unnamed vampire who is not Remilia Bands, so I won't mention my name, or the underground shit that we got out here. So whatever you guys put out, I'm trying to listen.
I'm listening at this point. Yeah. And I've been trying to get your music on my Spotify. All I got was like Chio Change and like one other song.
I know.
The AMU Henry Small song, yeah.
The AMU Henry Small song, yeah.
Yeah, that shit. You know what? I'm not gonna be mean, but you kind of.
Hey, I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna say he is Sakuya's best feature hostage. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be mean to him right now because I told this man to lock in and he has not. He's still on PlayStation all day. All right, lock the fuck in, Henry Smalls. All right, you can get mad at me. I don't care. Please lock in, man.
Lock in, yeah, lock in.
Come on, bro. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, bro has the hardest Sakuya first ever.
Yeah, you killed it on that too, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, of course, shout
out to bro though.
Shout out to the bro though. But of course, we don't know who's gonna blow up next in the scene. But you know, we can always hope and speculate that everybody in the scene is gonna be there, gonna at least get a touch of it. And I feel like there will come a day, which I like to call Judgment Day, where it could be either Kurumi or anybody else in the scene will make a huge song, like so big that it'll actually surpass mainstream and it'll get into like the scene. Oh, there goes your leg. And it'll surpass the whole scene where like all the labels are gonna look and say, people are gonna love the anime music scene, and people love anime music, anime characters. So let's just start picking all of our artists one by one. It was like the Atlanta scene when it first blew up. You know what I mean? They saw like how good like all the people from like down south are going, and they were just like, all right, let's just start.
Instead of a city,
artists.
it's just like a I guess area. You know, like oh, let's get everybody from Austin, Texas. Let's get everybody from Chicago. Let's get everybody from Florida.
Like the drill rapper scene. You know what I mean? Like it's just that's what I call Judgment Day.
Let's get on VRChat.
Let's go get on VRChat and start picking up these artists. You know what I mean? And hey, somebody might call you up and be like, hey, Osaka, like, you know,
this person got 60, 70K on a music video. Who the fuck is this? Oh, let me tap in. Exactly. Where can I find him? SoundCloud and YouTube. Okay, sure.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I want to ask you before that. Did you get any labels like contact you at all since your career has started with Osaka at all?
No. I remember Remy got hit up first, and I was like, she's like, why didn't you get any? I'm like,
damn.
Yeah. But would you take a deal, though, if a label would offer you?
I'm working with people now, you know. I would not get signed. No, I would not get signed. Unless it was like an anonymous label type shit, but, you know, they're a trap. From the real artists I've spoken to, yeah, it's just not the best, you know. It's nice at first, but if you don't utilize the buddy correctly, it's you know, hellhole. That's advice for real artists out there. Make sure you get a good ROI on your music, or else you're cooked. Maybe if you take a fucking record deal and buy like, you know, like Cubans and shit like that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Right there with you. You know, and get a good lawyer, or at least know how to read a contract. That's what I always say.
Yes.
Yeah. Take notes from Bullymon.
Yeah.
Everything that happened with them, take notes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know if you have any more questions as far as that. I'm all out of them. So, but I really thank you for taking the time. You know what I mean? This is gonna be fun.
He'll thank you again once I ask like 3 more questions.
No. Listen. If you know me, Osaka, like I'm a huge yapper. But I really appreciate you coming. You know, it means a lot that you're back in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys wanted me here. Like, you know, it's been a fucking minute since I last talked to you guys, but like, you know, been a minute.
I personally felt it would be a little fucked up if we went through like at least 10 episodes and didn't have you. So I was like, yeah, this shit is happening regardless of anyone or anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I felt it'd be fucked up. So
and it's owed to the scene too, because in reality, like, you know, you're one of the original artists that came through. So like we have to, you know what I mean? We have to include like the Osaker, like the Osaka, like right here, like in the virtual flesh. Like it's
fucking here.
you know. But you know, this is good. But as for the third time, you were right. I did say 3 times before we asked you to. We said thank you, but I thank you, Osaka, for taking the time, bro. So, you know, but we'll reach out to you when the video's all done.
Appreciate all the work y'all are doing. Like y'all niggas are grinding, but it's fire. Got you for sure.
We're trying,
dog. We're trying. It's all for the scene. It's all for the love of the game, you know. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, are we done? I don't have any questions.
Yeah, I don't have any questions. I'm done yapping.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
I don't have anything crazy to say anymore.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Oh, no.
Yep.